League of Extraordinary Frontmen, a podcast where 4 lead vocalists from 4 different Connecticut metal bands try to cram their egos into one room to talk about comic books, Star Wars, sci-fi, and anything else that comes up.
I'm waiting to be impressed.
So grab your underoos, strap in, and set your phasers to stun, because it's time for the League of Extraordinary Frontmen on the Metal Syndicate Podcast Network.
Welcome to the League of Extraordinary Frontmen. This is episode 67. Don't let the Hulk sit on your face. This podcast was recorded on Sunday, March 12th, 2017. We are your hosts.
Agrippa from Agrippa 93.
Scott from Crossing Rubicon. Change it up a little bit. I don't want people. I don't want people to think we're just reading stuff.
Okay. We are.
Kevin James Frear from kjfrear.com and occasional guest with Agrippa 93.
Honorary member.
Honorary.
Yeah.
Ooh, I've made honor.
Honorary member.
When do I get the honorary member?
If you guys have been on stage with me at one point, you are an honorary member of Agrippa 93.
More people in Agrippa 93 than
It's not really a small club though. I'm so sorry.
AJ Pelletier from Amplified Video Productions, also honorary member of Agrippa 93
There you go.
and Demon's Pass.
Sweet.
Jeanne from Crossing Rubicon, and I actually play in Agrippa 93.
Yeah.
You're more than an honorary.
One of the core 4.
Core
Suck
4.
He just made us honorary members so we could plug him.
There was enough of that going on Wednesday night at the Metal Syndicast.
Yeah, Demon's Pass got a few plugs. That was nice.
Not on purpose.
Yeah, that was great. Let's play some
should've gone back and edited it.
inside.
You should have played some Demon's Pass. That would have been kind of nice.
Cinecast?
Yeah.
Rick Sugar got a plug.
I know. So did the stalker. Who else is here?
Can't take a joke.
Lady J from Downtown 6 and a member of I Have Agrippa 93 goggles.
Yay! That makes you an honorary member.
Our guest host this week is nobody, because nobody wants to play with us.
That's all right. We're missing Michelle.
Yeah.
She's not here this week. Yeah.
She's in space.
She's doing some deep space.
Michelle
Exploring.
has been sick, so we are taking up a collection. So if you want to send some money,
Okay.
We only take rupees.
roofie. Oh,
we have a PayPal account.
All right. Where are we?
You do your show preview thing where you tell us all
That's
about the
right.
stuff.
Good
we're
advice,
about to
by the
talk
way.
about.
Don't let the Hulk sit on your face.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
that one I need to write down.
It has to do with the comic. That's why. I just
I
kind of
saw
put
it.
it in as a placeholder.
I
but
read the
I
guys.
just see Jeannie like teabagging her tea, and like now I'm just thinking about the whole teabagging.
That's not something you want to go through. Let's see. We have no emails. We have no guests. We do have a host question this week. We have our odd comic. We have nerd news. We have no who news, and we have new toys.
Yep.
Show and tell and shameless plugs.
There should be some Who news coming pretty soon because I think in April the new season's coming back.
Cool.
And it's the
Nice.
last one for Peter Capaldi.
Hopefully we'll get more of that then.
Kevin James Frear covering the Who News tonight.
Yeah.
That's their who news for the night.
Yeah, there you go.
All right, let's jump right into the host
knew?
question. Who came up with this question?
I did very last second.
What?
All right, you get to read it.
I don't have my notes open, but I just thought I was going off memory. I'm sorry.
It's like coffee talk.
Yep. Yeah, it says go.
I feel like a plot.
So bad they are good. 80s action movies.
Discuss.
All right.
Tango and Cash. End of conversation.
I lived through the 80s. I was alive during that period.
Yeah.
I got to witness a lot of terrible action hero movies that, as a kid, were fantastic. Talking about things like
Howard the Duck.
Commando, anything that Last Action Hero.
Yes.
Last Action Hero is a great movie.
All right.
Was
that
that
Chuck
90s
Norris.
Yeah, it was 90s.
Any of the 55,000 Chuck Norris movies.
Seagal.
You guys remember Delta Force?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, again, that's all we were talking about earlier. That's all Canon Films.
Yeah.
Canon Films was like the film company. It was
the Punisher movie.
Yeah. I don't know if it wasn't.
I thought they were canon.
Maybe. Canon Film was literally these two Eastern European dudes that had this idea of taking what somebody else is already working on and coming out with a lower budget movie of it first and getting it out in the theaters before that movie comes out.
They did Superman 4.
They did, which is
good
shocker.
strategy.
They also did a Indiana Jones ripoff before Indiana Jones came out.
Which one was that?
I forget the name of it.
Did they do the Alan Quartermain
Was
movies?
Yes, it was
Yeah.
like Alan Quartermain, which was kind of like it was like their version of Indiana Jones.
Saratoga Smith.
Yeah.
Like that.
And then they had they did well. They were like their final. It was
I'm gonna
funny.
write that down.
It was funny because their final. They did all the. It was all the Brosnan movies. Bronson, Charles Bronson, and all the Chuck Norris
Oh,
movies.
Death Wish 1 through 18.
Yes.
Also, they did.
Yeah.
What's it? Was it Dance? You keep quoting it all the time.
Are we gonna include like the Claude Van Damme?
He was.
Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Yeah, that douche.
Bloodsport.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Bloodsport was awesome.
I think Bloodsport, or one of those fighting. All the ninja
They're
movies.
all
in
the same
80s.
fucking movie.
Were
Oh
canon.
yeah, the ninja movies were pretty cool.
All those movies were canon.
Yeah.
was it?
I'll take that back.
Electric
They were cool
Boogaloo.
when I was like 5,
Oh.
6.
Actually,
Yeah,
Jean-Claude Van Damme's very first movie was a canon film.
I
Yeah.
really can't see myself watching Bloodsport anymore.
Breaking
No.
2.
Yeah,
No.
Breaking 2.
Electric Boogaloo.
Yep, that was
Yeah.
a canon film, and that was Jean-Claude Van Damme's very first movie.
Well,
Yeah.
What about Predator? I mean,
Fucking awesome movie.
I thought,
Yeah.
yeah.
There's
I mean,
nothing bad about that movie.
There's an occasional gem in the mix. Total Recall,
Yes.
Yeah.
right?
When their eyes are
Yeah.
bulging out of their heads.
I mean, that came out around the same time as all these fucking
I liked Commando.
action movies.
And I will not accept any criticism of the Lethal Weapon movies and Die Hard. Those movies
my
are
God.
fucking awesome.
Agreed.
Especially like the first 2 Lethal Weapon.
Yes.
Oh my
Oh my god.
Phenomenal.
Like that first one, like man, I mean, Mel Gibson is so intense. Like
Yeah.
that openings, like the beginning where he's got like the gun in his mouth and he's gonna like shoot himself.
Ah,
Oh man,
Shoot me! Shoot me!
No, I'm talking about like when he's in his trailer.
Oh yeah, in the trailer he's got the gun. Yeah.
Yeah. Oof.
I mean, like, we all know he's crazy in real life, but I mean, like, he portrayed it very well in the
Yeah. My favorite scene was deleted. My favorite scene was deleted. When
The original opening?
Yeah, the guy when they're
Yeah.
shooting up the school. There's a guy shooting up a school, and all these SWAT teams that are hiding with all their body armor and shit. And Mel Gibson just walks up, lights a cigarette, like jeans and a t-shirt, figures out what kind of a shot the guy is because of his military training. Just boom, unloads his gun, kills the guy, turns out, walks away, and you got all these like hiding SWAT team with all their body armor on there. Like, you're a crazy son of a bitch.
In real life, that dude that does that, first to go down.
Yeah.
He's
Those
the,
movies, like
he's
those
the first guy down.
What cracked me up about the most
He's the
of Lethal
officer
Weapon
down
movies
call.
too is the tropes that follow along. Starting in Lethal Weapon 2,
Yeah.
certain things that they recycle from the first movie, like the like everything. Murtaugh always has a piece of property get destroyed. Riggs,
Hand in your badges and your guns.
Yeah.
Joe,
too old for this.
I'm getting too old for this shit.
I'm retiring in a week.
Joe Pesci with the they fuck
And then-
you with
and then
this,
dies.
they fuck you with
Yeah.
that. Joe Pesci always asks for a gun, and they always
Fuck
yell.
you with the drive-through.
They yell. He always asks for a gun, and they always say no as it switches scene. And there's like so many different tropes that they borrowed from every movie, which is kind of clever. The last one sucked.
I
That was
can't
the only one
believe
that
they
sucked.
actually
I liked
made.
it.
I can't believe they actually made Lethal Weapon into a TV show.
That
I'm not even
bugs the
acknowledging
shit out of
that.
me. Yeah.
Yeah.
I tried watching the first episode and it was just like,
yeah.
it's not bad, but it's not Lethal Weapon.
No.
4 wasn't bad. The only problem with 4 was the fact it was PG-13.
Yeah.
It was family friendly.
Yeah, but I mean, it was kind of a good closing. I mean, at least like,
A G-rated closing. You didn't hear one F-bomb in that entire movie.
yeah.
Even Chris Rock couldn't bring that darker.
Yeah.
Coming out of the 70s, in the coming out of the whole Vietnam War era, going into the early 80s, you had the Vietnam war movies that it was like okay to make movies about the war at that time.
Was
like
Platoon one?
like
of them?
Platoon,
Yeah.
Hamburger Hill,
First Rambo.
Yeah, the first
Which is
Rambo.
a great
Full Metal
movie.
Jacket.
was a very
Full
very
Metal
good
Jacket.
a very good movie.
Yeah.
Full Metal Jacket. But as the 80s went on and on, you started to see more and more Vietnam movies, and they just got like really bad.
Missing in Action 15.
Yeah, fucking.
He's going after to get the dogs of the kids that he saved in the previous movie after he got their fathers.
I think Chuck Norris did like 4 different.
Or like
Vietnam
the
movies.
Rambo movies.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the Rambo movies
1
got
and
cornier
2 was
cornier.
okay. It was a
Iron
generic
Eagle?
action movie.
Oh yeah, Iron Eagle.
Hey, that movie was awesome.
Nice.
Tropic Thunder. No, that was wrong.
Alright, one thing I will say about 80s movies,
of that movie.
in defense of 80s action movies, where there is stuff that's corny and campy, I feel that it was more accidental because they were going for a big out of the park.
Yeah.
And in the 90s, they actually found the corny and the campy, and they pushed it overboard.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
90s
they
had,
did it intentionally.
if you watch Predator 1, Predator 1's brilliant.
Yeah.
Predator 2, I think, is a great movie. I love that movie.
Oh well, like in Commando, like Schwarzenegger like throws some guy off a cliff, and they're like, "Hey, what happened to him?" He's like, "I had to let it go."
Yeah.
You know?
Well, I'm saying, like,
shit
And now like every action hero had to have a fucking tagline.
But
like that.
that almost kind of started with like the Bond movies.
I love Predator 2. I did. I love the movie. I thought the LA scene and a cop with the whole drug thing and everything was like the gangbangers that get killed in the beginning and all their bodies are dangling. There was some creepy shit in that movie. That's still the subway scene when they killed what's his name that just died. Just passed away.
Wait, what movie were we talking about?
Predator 2. He just died.
Bill Paxton.
Bill Paxton. Well, Bill Paxton was the generic 90s asshole in that movie.
Yeah.
Hey, how you doing? What's going on? Let me talk to you.
He was Mr. Douche.
But
I mean, anytime you see some asshole with his hat backwards in a movie,
Oh, back in the 90s.
every 90s. But like 90s had that.
For those that don't know what's going on right now, Scott's currently wearing a hat backwards right now. So.
The 90s had they had the asshole trope that they brought into the 90s that didn't exist in the 80s.
Yeah.
You know, the 80s had the short person thing going on, but like that, like the hey, how you, like it was almost like the 90s got really campy.
Yeah.
You know, like I said, like it was like, you know, in cartoons, all the cartoons started getting.
But now all those action stars are pissed off because all the comic book movies are the big thing now, and then, you know, there's barely any action.
Yeah, now they're making,
anymore.
you know, what's that series called? They cram as many action heroes in as possible.
Expendables. I actually like those movies.
If
The
you were
first one was
in
good.
the 80s, if you had those guys in individual movies, it'd be like fucking blockbuster movies.
I'm actually.
I love how
they
you could cram
ripped on
as many
each
as they
other in that
can
movie too.
Yeah.
to actually make a blockbuster
I just saw the
movie.
last one. I really liked it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I
Actually,
think I saw the
what's his name?
first one and I wasn't really paying attention.
The first one.
Yeah.
I thought they were all good.
I've tried watching all of them, and
Yeah.
it's just kind of background noise.
I think like the one line I liked out of the first one was when Bruce Willis and Sylvester Stallone were meeting in that church or whatever, and Schwarzenegger walks in, and then Bruce Willis was like, "What's his problem?" And Stallone's like, "Oh, he wants to be president or whatever." Like,
I loved the second movie. Jean-Claude Van Damme's the bad guy in the second movie, and Stallone like beats the shit out of him, and he ends up like cutting his head off with a knife. And they sent him out to get him, and Stallone or Schwarzenegger and Bruce Willis are waiting for him, and Schwarzenegger's like effective, and Bruce Willis is just staring at the bag with the head in it like this, but like, yeah, he could say that. Like he's like his eyes bugging out of him. Bruce Willis is the fucking man.
Yeah.
Bruce Willis is a
Well,
douchebag.
I lived in.
I know, but I don't care.
He's
He's
a giant
Yeah.
douchebag.
I know,
Yeah.
but he's really good at what he does.
Okay.
Aren't they all though? Like a lot of those '80s action heroes, like
They all got their quirks.
Yeah. And I was a Moonlighting fan.
I love Moonlight. Yeah, me too. I
used to watch
have it on
it.
DVD. No, I see. Like,
You want to
well,
talk about weirdos, like Steven Seagal. I mean, like
Yeah.
he had that cop series
See,
for a while.
I
too.
never
He
bought
doesn't-
him.
Yeah.
I never bought him because it's like
He's
some
boring.
chubby guy that can
Yeah.
like, kick ass.
Yeah.
Like,
And
it
he
makes
didn't
no
move a
sense.
lot.
And then like
Maybe
you
it's
see
just
him
a style
run.
of martial arts.
You see
whatever.
him run. A normal person that runs, like their hands are flailing like back and forth, like to try to get.
Yeah.
His are down to his side, and he's just like prancing
Yeah.
around. And,
And the thing
that's how
is,
he
like,
runs. Like
the action heroes of the 80s, like Stallone, Schwarzenegger, with the guy you just mentioned,
Bruce Willis,
Seagal.
Bruce Willis, Seagal, they all played
Chuck
the same
Norris.
exact fucking character.
I know.
Every movie they were in.
Indestructible, smart
Same
as hell.
character.
You know, Die Hard was supposed to be a sequel to Commando.
Really?
Yeah, originally Schwarzenegger was gonna. They asked Schwarzenegger. It was written by, comic book writer. Die Hard and Commando were both written by.
Was it Jeff Loeb?
Yes, Jeff Loeb wrote those movies.
Would you consider Die Hard a Christmas movie?
Yes, it is a Christmas movie.
Okay.
Same with Lethal Weapon.
Same with Lethal Weapon.
So it's
And
Gremlins.
Batman Returns.
I keep thinking about that one.
It was actually written. Jeff Loeb wrote both of them, and he wrote it as a sequel. Schwarzenegger turned it down, and like everybody else turned it down. And finally, they were like, "All right, well, we'll have Bruce Willis do it." And then it was the real.
I like that they didn't go like, well, maybe it's a bad idea. We shouldn't do it.
Yeah. But well, it was a great movie.
Yeah.
But the funny thing about it too, Alan Rickman was forced to do it. I'm a big Alan Rickman fan. He was a Shakespearean actor, and they were asking him to do movies for years. He kept turning them down, and his manager flew him from New York to L.A. to have a meeting, and they were like, "By the way, you're in this movie, Die Hard." And he's like, "I don't want to," and he was like dead set against it. He hated Hollywood. He hated the whole thing that came along with it, and they like forced him to do it. And his Alan Rickman was fucking brilliant in that movie.
Yeah.
I now have a
not to be
machine
brilliant
gun.
or anything.
I know. I now have a machine gun.
That
Ho,
voice
ho,
alone.
ho.
Yeah.
I loved him in Dogma.
Yeah.
Oh my
That
God!
was
Yes.
fantastic.
Oh yeah. I'm as atomically correct as a Ken doll. Oh yeah.
All right. What's your favorite shittiest '80s action movie?
It's so hard. They're
What's
all
the best
so many of
shittiest
them are great.
action movie?
Did the last Action Hero come out in the 90s?
That's 90s.
Yeah, but that was actually a good movie.
It was a good movie.
I'm
If
talking
anything,
like-
it's like an homage to the 80s.
Yeah,
It was
I'm
actually
talking like a shitty movie
picking
that
on the 80s.
Yeah.
you really liked.
And that was a movie that shit on 80s action movies.
Yeah.
I used to watch them religiously with my dad growing up.
I don't know.
I want to say Red Dawn, but I fucking love that movie. It's a great movie.
Yeah, we don't hate these movies.
No.
We're shitting
Yeah.
on them.
But
we
Red
don't hate
Dawn's
them.
actually a good '80s movie.
The only problem I have with Red Dawn is they rebooted it, and it's all the.
I don't
It's
acknowledge
the whole
that.
the
That doesn't
mentality
count.
behind it is everybody go out and get guns and get your gun licenses and don't take our guns away from us. That's the whole mentality of that movie now.
Of the reboot, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't acknowledge the reboot.
I didn't watch it. I know the people that went and their mentality that they had going to it and coming home.
But the original was fucking great. I love that movie. It's good.
I have to say, for the over the top, just asinine bodaciousness of the whole thing, I gotta. And I'm not saying because I don't. I'm talking so bad it's good. I'm not looking at a movie that I just really liked. Like Lethal Weapon doesn't count. Die Hard doesn't count.
Yeah.
I liked Commando, doesn't count. Something campy and corny and over the top that kind of sold it for me. I'm gonna go with Tango and Cash
Wow.
because it was that bad. It was good.
I say
Alright.
Delta
It's
Force.
see to me.
Delta Force, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're talking.
The fucking motorcycle.
Yeah. Just like anything Chuck Norris did. Like, I mean, like,
He had a motorcycle with missiles on it. Right.
but I mean, like, you know, Chuck Norris is a badass, so I mean.
Well, that's how he got his
I
whole
have two
reputation.
T-shirts
Actually,
with Chuck Norris
the
quotes
two
on
guys,
it, so.
the two guys that own Canon Films, they got wind. Like their last ditch effort was 1988 when they did Superman. They did He Masters the Universe, and there was one other movie they did that was bad. It was like they had three big budget shit movies that they did, and they were like, it was like we're gonna try to make money off it, and they did, and then they went bankrupt. And then years later, there was rumors going around that there was going to be a documentary about them making the movie, and these two guys had not talked to each other in 20 years. 87 was the last year they did it, and they said, "Fuck it, we're going to make our own documentary." So they made their own documentary about themselves and got it out before the documentary that was made got out.
Of course, that's their thing.
Oh yeah, I'm trying to think. There was 3 canon movies that they was like their final. It was Superman 4, Quest for Peace. It was, shit.
I thought didn't they do Total Recall or
No.
I can't say
or
Taps.
like a
Oh,
I want to say they
You
did
guys
like
ever
a
seen the movie
Terminator.
Taps?
They did like
Yes.
a Schwarzenegger movie.
Fucking great movie.
Which one?
From the 80s, Taps.
I
If you ever have a chance to see it,
Oh,
see it.
Over the Top.
Oh my god, yes.
See,
Yeah,
I remember
yeah.
the
Oh,
Sammy,
yeah.
I remember the Sammy Hagar
I
music
really like
video. for
Stallone
that.
movies.
Still
Yeah, me
movies?
too.
Yeah.
I say everyone wants to shit on Stallone. There's always the big argument when it comes to 80s movies.
Well,
Stallone versus Schwarzenegger.
Rambo 2. That's probably my favorite, shittiest
A great movie.
80s movie.
Yeah.
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 I'll
I'm saying,
support
like,
that.
where I love Schwarzenegger. Like, Schwarzenegger had a lot of 7s and 8s. Stallone had 2 10s.
Yeah,
He had Rocky and Rambo.
true.
Schwarzenegger would probably trade his entire career to be able to have written and directed Rocky
Yeah.
1. I mean, everyone thinks Stallone's an idiot. That movie was a piece. That was a genius piece of work. That was a great movie. Captured everything you wanted. he was like homeless before they even got the script for that movie, and they offered him like $10,000.
He was doing porn too.
Yes, he did porn. They offered him $10,000, but they wanted Kirk Douglas to play Rocky, and they wanted to make like an anti-hero thing because in the 70s it was a big anti-hero thing. He refused it. He actually had to sell his dog because he couldn't afford to pay for feed his dog anymore. And then as soon as he finally sold the script the way he wanted to do it, he bought his dog back and put the dog in the movie, Buckus. And so you got to give a guy credit for getting that much behind, whatever. And then and then Rambo. I mean, those two movies.
First Blood was a great movie.
It was.
When did Escape from New York come out?
I
think that's mine.
Oh.
I thought Escape from LA was good though.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. That's classic case of 80s versus 90s. Escape from New York is a classic bad, good 80s. Escape from LA is a very classic 90s movie.
Yeah.
It is the higher production campiness.
But it was shitty, but it was good though.
Yeah.
Like, it was
You
really
made me
good.
think of like Big Trouble in Little China.
Oh yeah, I love that flick.
Good call. Yeah.
Yeah, Kurt Russell's kind of like the unsung action hero.
Or Schindler's List. What?
I'm not talking feel-good movies.
That's the most boring action movie I ever saw.
That's more of a love story.
I'll never forget, we were forced to watch it at school one time. The scene when the kid is in the ghetto and they're hiding and jumps into the porta potty to hide and is like up to his shoulders and I just go, and the whole school's quiet, everyone's got tears in their eyes and I just go, oh shit.
I take back Delta Force. Death Wish is probably the shittiest but best movies ever. Honestly, like, I could sit through every one of those Death Wish movies and just laugh my ass off because it's so bad, but it's so good.
And it's all the same movie.
I know, and it's just like, how is a 54-year-old man getting all these shots off to like all these gang members and all these drug lords or whatever, and like they got like these big massive machine guns getting hundreds of rounds out, and he's got one little Desert Eagle and just pop, like dead, like, and like he goes over the top for everything. Like Death Wish 3 is a perfect example.
Well, Death Wish 1 was like kind of believable.
Yeah, but like 3 was just like, what the fuck?
It went with that whole trope, like, that there was 100 movies about where guy's family gets killed, guy goes out and gets revenge.
Yeah.
Okay, like a normal everyday guy.
Like, it's Taken.
Yeah.
But take it to the extreme.
Exactly.
I mean, like Death Wish 3, I think the most over the top scene was the final one where he took out the gang leader with a rocket launcher.
What killed me, and this is
blew up the entire apartment in the process.
The interesting thing though is like when they do that in movies now, because like they have like the CGI and like the big budget effects with it. It just comes off as like a really bad idea. But like in those flicks, like it worked.
Bringing it back to geek culture, Marina Sirtis, I think, was in Death Wish 3.
Oh yeah, she was nude, and people used to like go to like autograph signings and like hand her pictures from that.
Concept Troy from Next Generation. For those that don't know, I think that was like one of her first movies.
Well, Death Wish was all canon. Canon is the entire category of these bad movies.
Oh, what about Running Man?
Oh my god, Running Man was good.
That was kind of that was kind of cool.
Come on, Christmas tree.
But I think that was canon.
No, it wasn't.
No,
I think that was too high budget for
Schwarzenegger did not do canon. Stallone did 2 canon movies.
No,
he did Cobra and he did Over the Top.
I could have sworn like there wasn't I don't know, like I almost want to say like Terminator 1 was canon.
How about Judge Dredd?
That was 90s. Fuck you.
That was 90s. Okay.
That's
disqualified.
That's what I said. Like 90s action movies were really campy.
Movie.
90s, like let's put Rob Schneider in it. That's a great idea.
I don't know. I didn't think it was like.
I'll never get that hour.
I didn't think it was like that horrible, but
Carl Urban is way better as Judge Dredd.
Well, yeah. I mean, like you compare it to the source material. Like, I mean. The moment he takes off his helmet, it's done.
Yeah.
They fucked up.
Actually, the story
Demolition Man. That's a fucking good movie.
Yeah, it was. That's a 90s action movie again. No, but the thing is, I think the storyline of the original one was closer to the comics than the actual storyline of the reboot. But I think that the script was just shit.
I thought the reboot was more closer to the comics than the original.
Yeah, that's what I was kind of hearing. I've
did
seen
read
like
the
a
comics.
couple of stories.
I felt that they, like I said,
weren't they supposed to do a series of that?
It fell through.
That sucks.
Carl Urban was actually pushing for it for a while, and I don't really know what's going on.
Why have they not talked about doing a sequel to that yet?
That's what we're talking about. They're like pushing for it, but
they're going for a series.
Fuck the series.
And they had a really good like,
which would have been pretty high budget.
Really, I don't know if it was really good, but it was just like average like opening weekend for it. But it did really good in the theaters. It just like took a while, and then like DVD sales weren't bad either. But
Carl Urban's awesome.
I watched him more than once.
I would imagine like Judge Dredd would probably do better like in the UK because that's it's a UK character.
Yeah.
I thought it was well done.
Yeah.
I thought it was great. Like I said, like there wasn't all of the Stallone movie wasn't shit. There was some stuff to it that was actually pretty good. But taking the mask off. That's the thing. Big Hollywood actors not having a mask on through an entire movie. Yeah. Like that's the one thing that bothered me about Suicide Squad. Like dead shot. The entire movie. I only put this on when I'm gonna do something. It's like, no, you always have the fucking mask on.
I was thinking about this the other day. Like the cool thing about Bane in the last Batman movie was he kept the mask on the entire time. Like you never saw Tom Hardy's face
once. In the end, when they pull the bag off his head at when he's when he's helping Talia escape.
Yeah.
That's the only time you see his face.
He had the mask.
Yeah, it was like a pre-shot scene. No, I agree with that.
Enough,
that was,
but not as the villain.
If I take the mask off, will it kill you? It would be very painful.
Can't do it. It would be very painful.
It would be very painful.
I need to watch that movie again. But yeah, like I always said, Stop Her My Mama Will Shoot would never have existed in the 1980s. That movie would have been like, fuck this movie. Like that's the 80s versus the 90s. The 90s were a lot campier, and we just didn't realize it. Yeah, we were in a world of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles in our heads. We did not realize how campy the 90s really were. Mm-hmm. It's almost like, you listen to it's...
I'm having a hard time remembering movies from the 90s.
Yeah.
I think I just kind of skipped the theater altogether.
Last Action Hero.
No, that's a great movie.
Yeah.
Hello, ma'am. I am Arnold Braunschweiger.
Well, one of my favorite parts in that movie is when they're in like the movie world and like they go in the video store and like Stallone is like Terminator.
This is my favorite movie. He's so good in this. Yeah. Well, I love when he's telling off his boss at the end of the movie, like back in the movie, just like and stop shouting! I'm not deaf! Like
Oh, what about? Nah, they were 90s, but like Mariachi and.
Oh yeah, Desperado.
Desperado.
Yeah, the Robert Rodriguez movie.
That was a great series.
Yeah, before he went to Spy Kids.
Yep.
That's one that started off
like Dusk Till Dawn.
Hey, dude, but that's one of my favorite movies. Yeah. But do you know that Danny Trujillo's character in Spy Kids is Machete?
Oh yeah,
it is. It is Machete. He's actually playing Machete in that movie. His initials and everything like that from Spy Kids and everything. He retiring.
I would have loved to see Machete in the 80s. Like that would have been awesome.
But retiring Machete sits back and like is the guy in Spy Kids.
Yeah, that's funny.
Is one of those things that nobody really realized.
That's funny.
Yeah. Those movies were awesome.
All right, why don't we wrap up this segment and take a break and come back with Odd Comic.
Sure. These movies were like,
I love that flick.
All right, so they broke up after they went bankrupt, but one of the guys kept making movies.
It's like, why did you?
My biggest problem on Superman 4: The Quest for Peace, on top of everything else that went wrong with that movie, how does he create bricks with his eyes? Remember, he looks at the wall of China. He looks at it, and all the bricks just came back.
Or how does the chick survive in space?
Yeah, because why the fuck did he just leave her in space?
Because Superman.
Yeah, because I love how she looks down at Earth and it's like way the fuck away. Like you can see the entire planet.
But
it's
not
even
but if you think about it,
actually, we just watched Cobra. Was one of the ones we watched on our 80s night.
Yeah,
that's a good movie.
Yeah,
it's also a canon film.
I was thinking
about changing my name to something cool.
Oh really?
But like, I still eat cheese and stuff like that.
Yeah,
I can't drink milk.
All right, over the break we were talking about, we continued our conversation with 80s movies because it's so nostalgic. Remembering all the shitty movies and all the...
We're talking about being old.
So yeah, we could talk about that shit for hours.
What, being old and not eating dairy anymore?
Yeah, so I'm tolerant of lactose. Yeah.
I am too, to a certain point.
I'm not an intolerant person.
The only thing I'm intolerant about is intolerance.
Yeah. Yeah.
in the Dutch.
What? I was just gonna say, I was like, what was that scene from Austin Powers like?
Actually, it's more like what? Highlander was a canon film.
Really?
Actually, that makes sense now. So even a broken clock is right twice a day.
All right, so we got ourselves an odd comic. We got ourselves mouths full of bean dip. Who set up who did the odd comic?
Odd comic. I did.
Okay. You want to explain it, please?
Yeah.
Thor sucking the Hulk's dick.
This is like, it looks like an old Jack
It's fucking
Kirby
hot.
panel, probably from an old Avengers comic. The Hulk is landing down on Thor,
Yes, he is.
and basically,
Sack first.
yeah,
The original teabag.
green tea bag first into Thor's face.
Green tea.
So who wants to read this guy? Because I'm eating chips.
Who wants to be the narrative, and who wants to be Hulk?
Actually, can I do the narrative?
Do I do the narrative?
Yeah.
We need a Hulk character, and
I'll
we
be Hulk.
also need a Thor character.
I'll be Hulk. You could be Thor.
All right, I'll be Thor. I hope I can get my line right.
I'll be Sneeze. Hang on. Okay, it went away. Good.
Don't you hate when that happens?
Yeah.
Narrative.
That's why I talked
Suddenly, I realized my 5 minutes had almost expired. The unexpected thought caused me to relax my muscles involuntarily, and in that split second, the Hulk plummeted down again. No, there'll be no more words.
I improvised that last part. Trying to make it
That's not the
sexier.
script, Agrippa.
I'm trying to make it sexier.
I don't know how you make that encounter sexier.
There's always room for more. So that's some Hulk on Thor action.
Yeah. Wow.
Sweet.
They're trailblazers.
Here's AJ with the news.
Oh, he's so adorable.
All right, let's go into some nerd news.
Who got the first three? Because I didn't.
I don't know, but
They're pretty hot, actually.
you can go ahead and read them.
Yeah,
Gotta open them.
yeah, I put those in.
Do you want to read them, or do you want me to read them?
Yeah, go ahead.
Alright, I just gotta open them. Sorry.
There is no pausing. We are live, recorded
So,
here.
Stall, damn it!
So,
What?
Weather.
anybody read
There's no-
anything good lately?
There's no Hulk or Thor jokes here, like how Thor he is.
Oh, Thor.
No, nobody went for that. Nobody went for that.
His mouth is Thor.
His mouse is yeah.
I am just glad I did not read Thor in this
Okay.
one.
Mouth of
2
Thor.
points for Kevin.
Scott always gets
Yes.
Thor everywhere you go.
I always get Thor everywhere. We were in New York City and they have all the people that like pose and they charge you $20 for a thing. And they were like, dude, you should be Thor. Like that's what you're paid to do. And I'm like, I'm Batman.
I can't
Hulk deep throat.
I can't get over the fact that he has short hair in the new movie.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, and what's with that teal shoulder thing that he's
I
got
have
too?
no idea.
What do we got? What are we talking about?
Dude,
Thor. He's got
yeah.
short hair in the new movie. coming
have you
out.
watched the Voltron show? It's Quintessence.
I don't know what that is.
It's the teal shit that's everywhere in the new Voltron show.
What?
All right, we got news up.
Yes, we do. I think. All right. According to Deadline, Steven Spielberg. Oh no, wrong one. Star Trek's Discovery finds its captain in Jason Isaacs. Former awakened dig star Jason Isaacs has been cast in Star Trek Discovery for CBS All Access as Captain Lakora, captain of the starship Discovery. It is a major role opposite lead to, I'm not even going to pronounce that right, which eyes a debut in late summer or fall. Is this the one that they've been advertising?
Yeah.
Okay.
For like 2 years.
And nothing ever came out? Okay. Oh, yeah, it is. Okay, cool. So look for that in late summer, early fall.
I'm excited about this series, but I'm not
Holy
excited about how you
shit.
have to view it.
Yeah, that's the problem with it.
Hopefully, they will release it on like Hulu
Holy shit.
afterwards.
Well,
What
didn't they say something that the pilot episode is going to be on CBS?
Love him.
Didn't
Yeah.
John from
Fucking love
Death
him.
Code say that?
Ooh.
Maybe, yeah.
That
Scott loves the new
It was
captain.
only going to be one episode on CBS and then the rest was going to be
Yes.
on Hulu.
I hope that works out that way because
Okay.
nobody's going to fucking watch it.
No. Yeah, I'm not subscribing to CBS.
No, it's for one show. Fuck that.
No.
I love Jason Isaacs. I'm excited about this.
What's he been in?
Yeah.
He was in. Well, he's everything. He played Captain Hook in the 2003 Peter Pan movie.
Oh, so he's been a captain
He
before.
is. Yeah. He was.
He has
experience. He was the bad guy, British guy in the movie The Patriot with Mel Gibson. The one he was like such a badass. So I was like, this guy needs to play a bad guy in everything. And then he's the father, Lucius Malfoy in Harry Potter. He's the new Jeremy Irons, or almost like the Alan Rickman bad guy.
Okay.
He's like that badass British guy.
I wonder if he's gonna play British or if he's gonna do an American.
Or
he'll probably go American.
British, but be French.
He's just he's one of those dudes like everything you see him in, he steals the show.
I'm glad somebody got that.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's like everything you see him in, he steals the show.
I thought that was kind of strange, but cool.
Yeah.
More Star Trek news.
The future's amazing.
Yeah.
More Star Trek news. Making it so.
Oh.
Making It So, the autobiography of Jean-Luc Picard. David A. Goodman, who wrote the autobiography of James T. Kirk, the story of Starfleet's greatest captain, Federation, the first 150 years, and the Where No Fan Has Gone Before episode of Futurama, and who served as a writer and consulting producer on Season 2 of Star Trek Enterprise, will be back on the bookstore shelves later this year with the autobiography of Jean-Luc Picard.
See, even Captain Picard needs a ghostwriter.
The story of one of Starfleet's most inspirational captains.
Nice.
Set for release in the fall from Titan Books.
Kirk?
Huh? The autobiography of Jean-Luc Picard tells the story of one of the most celebrated names in Starfleet history. His extraordinary life and career make for a dramatic reading, court-martials, unrequited love, his capture and torture at the hands of the Kardashians, his assimilation by the Borg, and many other encounters are testaments to a truly unforgettable tale.
I hope they stick to canon with this one. Because through Next Generation, they really went through a lot of history of Picard, like going through flashbacks going through Starfleet Academy and all that shit, and how he had his heart problem.
Who's writing this?
I don't know.
I forgot
his name already.
Yeah, I forgot it already. He wrote Captain Kirk.
Did anybody read that one?
Too.
No. Bueller?
Oh, reading.
Yeah.
When I say read, I mean like books on tape shit, like all the books. I don't mean actually reading.
Not reading, just more like listening.
Yeah. Did anybody listen to that one yet?
No.
I haven't read a book in years.
The Captain Kirk autobiography.
Not enough pictures.
Read by Gomer Pyle.
Engage.
All right, moving on to news. Marvel
on the Enterprise. Sorry.
No, you're not.
That's so not.
Can't wait for new toys. Marvel to reveal how Darth Vader got his red lightsaber. Chopping off a few of Anakin's limbs did more than win the fight for Obi-Wan Kenobi. It also deprived Anakin of his trusty lightsaber, because that's what everybody was thinking in Episode 3. In Star Wars A New Hope, Luke was gifted that saber, the same one which Rey picked up over 30 years later. But how and when did Darth Vader, formerly Anakin Skywalker, get his red Sith lightsaber in between Revenge of the Sith and Rogue One? A new canon Marvel series will explain.
I hope that's not a Jeopardy question.
Wait, so what was everybody thinking in Episode 3 with the lightsaber?
How he got his red lightsaber.
Yeah.
Oh, how he got the red lightsaber.
Yes.
Yeah.
On Friday, Marvel writer Charles Soule spoke to IGN and explained that the new ongoing comic series will pick up 1 second after Anakin Skywalker is sealed in the Darth Vader armor in Revenge of the Sith.
Nice.
And the first thing Vader is going to do is get himself a brand new evildoer lightsaber.
That's awesome.
The first arc is going to revolve around Vader's construction of his red lightsaber, because at the end of Revenge of the Sith, he obviously loses his blue saber, Soul said. So we end up with a character who is known as having an iconic sword, like his magical red sword, but he doesn't have it yet.
Anybody
on Mythbusters, they did the high ground test to see if Anakin or if Obi-Wan actually had the advantage, and it was proven that there really is no advantage.
I don't think he would have an advantage. In fact, I think he'd have a disadvantage at that point.
Yeah, if anything, like he get his lopped off.
Yeah, you think
if
the
I
low
was
ground would be...
chasing somebody up a hill with a sword, I'd rather be up on top. I'd rather be up higher.
Yeah, but eventually...
You're fighting up as opposed to fighting down.
But I don't see it as, like, a huge advantage. I mean, if Anakin hadn't jumped up, he would still have, like, his arms and legs.
Yeah.
True.
Because he was all emotional and
just
shit.
Jumped on the...
Why wouldn't he just use the Force and, like, lift him up and just bring him to him and just stab him
Throw
through
his
the
ass
heart?
in the fucking lava.
Yeah.
One of the things I want to
What's going on
ask...
here?
One of the things I want to ask when it comes to this whole thing is when it comes to like all these comic book stories and like I actually used to feel the way about the multiverse or not the multiverse but the extended universe of Star Wars too. It's almost like going to get to the point where I like the idea that they're going away from that storyline for future movies sometimes because it's almost like they're going to tell so much of what goes on and the mystery was kind of like the fun part of it sometimes. So I never really needed to know how he got the red lightsaber.
Well, now you're gonna know.
I never really cared.
Yeah, I never really thought about it as like an event. I mean, you know, much like
I'm curious to see not just the lightsaber thing because that's kind of a byproduct, but like the minutes after he's been enclosed in the.
Yeah,
I'm more interested in all that.
I would figured that he would just get one like as soon as he was.
He just
never like here.
I think where like the adventure kind of comes from is him probably having to go and find the Kyber the Kyber crystals.
Wait for it.
Oh, like a Knights of the Old
wait for
Republic
it.
video game.
Yeah.
No.
Time to make
So
I want
you want to go get some burritos or something? Sorry, I had to do that.
Yeah. The Emperor's like, you're done.
So, what do we do now?
Moving on to nerd news, Wonder Woman trailer 3 dropped. Did anybody see it?
It came out today. I didn't get a chance to watch it.
I think we're about to.
We're about to.
It's
'cause
queued
I
up.
have it loaded,
All right.
ready to go.
Let's take a quick
Darth
pause
Vader,
and watch
you
this.
so over-dramatized that moment.
All right, we just saw the Wonder Woman trailer 3.
Mm-hmm.
What do you guys think?
You know, this is one of those few movies where every single trailer is awesome.
Yeah.
And, you know, there's not like a single one where I'm like, maybe it's not going to be so good. Like Suicide Squad. Like, I think they only had like one trailer where I thought maybe it might be interesting. But yeah, I mean, this movie looks
fantastic.
unstoppable.
I like the fact
I'm hoping
that
that not all the best like shots in the movie are in the trailer.
Well,
Yeah.
I like the fact that and the cool scene when Steve Trevor kind of jumps in front of the bullet for her, but then she blocks the bullet with the wrist thing. Because usually, like, sometimes they do Steve Trevor as just to be a complete wuss.
Yeah.
And he is, like, a major proponent in DC. I mean, he becomes, like, the attaché between Justice League and the government and all this other shit.
Yeah.
He's actually, like, himself is, like, a separate superhero.
Yeah, I mean, he's a military guy.
Yeah.
I mean, he should have some...
So many times I've seen Steve Trevor done as just a complete wuss.
Yeah.
And that was cool. I thought that was like, yeah, all right. So he actually
I still really wish Chris Pine was cast as Hal Jordan, though. Yeah, I thought, like, the rumors that were going around for Green Lantern, like, I was really hoping he was going to be Green Lantern, but you know what? I think it'll be okay as Steve Trevor.
Well, I'm still heartbroken that Ryan Reynolds isn't doing it. Come on, we're going to reboot it and make
He's
it better.
not too broken up about it,
I
I like that they.
I think he was pretty broken up about it. I just think he's trying to laugh it off.
Dude, he's going on to say, like, how awful working on that movie has been because the script wasn't even finished and they were already filming.
Yeah, I know.
And it was so confusing.
But you can say the same about, the first Iron Man. Like, they didn't have a finished script.
It was still good, though.
Well, yeah, they managed to pull it together.
I like that they went back in history and like not staying.
That's my
starting
favorite
from like modern days, kind of like they did with Captain America.
Yeah.
Which so many people are criticizing. Oh, trying to copy
Which
Captain America.
they Easter egged that in Batman v Superman.
Yeah.
Because when Batman found out who she was and everything, so
I like that LexCorp went through the trouble of making logos for everybody.
Yeah.
I thought that was very nice.
Yeah. I wonder who designed them. They got a designer on the team.
Yeah. they should have called me, but
they didn't know about you at the time.
Yeah.
All right, last bit of news I have: Marvel will soon advertise comics at a theater near you.
Huh.
Fans are used to seeing previews of upcoming Marvel Studios films when they go to the theater, which will be the hopeful case again when Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 possibly has a Thor Ragnarok trailer in front of it. You might be surprised, however, the next time you're at the theater, as movies aren't the only thing you're going to be seeing from the marble on the big screen.
That makes so much sense.
Yeah, I think that's a good marketing
I think it
strategy.
is too.
Yeah.
Because the comic book stores are dying.
Why did it take them so long to do this?
It's like, don't forget, this is a comic book first.
I got back into comic books because I saw a animated DC cartoon, and there was this whole documentary before the cartoon about the Blackest Night storyline, and I'm like, this is fucking awesome. And then I picked that up, and I started picking up more comics and stuff like that, all because I saw a commercial.
Yeah.
You know, this is genius.
Yeah, because they advertise like television shows.
Right.
And like charities and things.
Yeah. Fuck that shit. I know.
So,
but yeah, that totally makes sense. That's
I think that's awesome because, you know...
Because, traditionally, like, the movies don't really help comic book sales. If anything, it hurts it.
Yeah.
Yep.
But they actually advertise, like, hey, this was actually a comic book. Maybe you should go to your comic book
Based
store.
on this series.
Exactly.
You know?
Go pick it up. You know, that would help people out like Bob.
For more adventures.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. Stuff that we can't do on film, we do in comic books every single month. Like, go pick up a comic book.
Yeah.
And speaking of comics, I don't have a top 10 this week because unfortunately I did not hear from somebody this week for my top 10. But
that's all right.
As always, go to Legends of Superheroes located at 1655.
Find out for yourself what the top 10 is.
Yeah, go down there and ask Bob what the top 10 are because he forgot to email
some
me
poor
this
bastard is going to be like, listens to our show every week to find out what the top 10
what I
comics
should
are.
buy this week.
And get this far.
Yeah, he's like, I suffered through the 80s action movies, the odd comic, the weird news,
and a bunch of guys who can't get enough of each other.
So yeah, go down to Legends of Superheroes, ask Bob what the top 10 are this week because I don't know.
He'll probably point to a sign.
Yeah, probably. Legends of Superheroes
sign,
located at 1655 Straits Turnpike, Suite number 4 in Middlebury, Connecticut. Open 6 days a week, closed on Tuesdays, and just like your local music scene, support your local businesses. So go buy some comic books today. Ask Bob what the top 10 of the week are, and tell him the League of Extraordinary Frontmen sent you.
Right.
Do it! Do it now!
He's going to hate us.
Everybody do that now.
All 3 people that listen to our show.
I wonder if anybody goes in there and goes, the League of Extraordinary Frontmen sent me.
And he's
wink, wink. He's like, that's cool.
He's probably like, I'm sorry. We love you, Bob.
By the way, we are not making fun of the mentality of people that listen to this show. At all. We appreciate all you guys.
Man.
Okay, maybe Kevin does, but that goes back to Kevin is a douche.
Hi, Mom.
I just have contempt for everybody.
Kevin is a douche.
All right, what do we got for toys?
All right, toys. First of all, I am going to start off with the on Big Bad Toy Store, the pre-order for the
what?
Dark Knight Returns Batman animated figures
That's
are
an
coming
Batman
out.
toy?
Yeah,
Nice.
Oh, that's the wrong picture?
that was the wrong picture.
Sorry, it's so embarrassing.
I wanted to step on his dick, but you just totally caught me off guard with that picture.
Thanks, Greg.
Thanks. Oh, God.
He
Both
sent it
scarred
to me.
for life. Okay.
Batman animated line.
Yep.
Pre-order. There was one
Not as good as
episode.
the other picture, but
What?
Didn't those already come out?
This is for the Batman animated series line.
Yeah, I know, but like I've
this
seen
is the
those
Dark
before.
Nipple series?
Yeah, they're a Dark Nipple series.
Yeah, very distressing. I wonder, are those tattooed? I mean, that's gotta hurt.
Oh, yeah.
I just have them listed as pre-order.
Oh, nipple clamps.
They were.
Oh, yeah.
I saw that they were
cups,
coming out. I thought they were already out. So,
Right.
but okay, I was wrong.
Yeah, this is literally like one segment from one episode of the New Adventures of Batman and Robin.
I still gotta get the Batman Beyond ones that came out.
Yeah, it's this weekend at Toy Vault.
And the Batcave.
Yes. Yeah. Anyway, I think this is. I mean, when I saw that episode, I marked out when they had that scene, so I thought this was kind of a cool toy.
That was
Who's
really
that
cool.
guy on the right?
He's a leader of the mutant.
Yeah,
leader of the
he was-
mutant gang.
Oh, okay. I
That was
thought he
real-
was like Bizarro guy for like the,
No.
Is that
the village people.
is that still on Netflix?
No, it's not. I do have it though. So.
Yeah, that was from one episode where they had kids getting together and talking about what they thought Batman was, and Carrie
That was
Kelly
a great
herself
episode.
was one of the kids.
Yeah.
And she. told
Robin's a girl.
Yeah, Robin's a girl. It was a good episode.
No, Robin pretends he's a girl.
And it was cool. Bruce Timm always got a kick out of it because they were able to do the operating
the
table
girl.
line. And
That was cool.
He's the
That was
girl
really cool.
relationship. most of the time.
Yeah, Bruce Timm was really impressed with the fact
This
they
is
were
the
able to...
operating room.
That's what Batman tells himself. It's a girl. It's a girl.
A couple pictures for the next toy. Pre-orders have come out for the Soul of Chigokin Megazord.
Oh my
So
god.
go to the main one. 'Cause
That is my Megazord.
That one?
That next one.
That is my
That one.
Megazord.
Soul of Chigokin is by Bandai.
Oh my god.
They've been doing this
Is that
series.
satisfactory?
I may have to change my shorts because I think I just came.
It's
All
gonna
right.
get,
So
it's,
that's your next purchase.
it's gonna get a lot better.
Oh my god.
Soul of Chigokin is a line that started in I believe it was 1986, where they literally
Those are my
do
Power
one
Rangers.
figure a year.
Mm-hmm.
It is totally die cast. It is like museum quality piece. It's like the epitome of. This is the Megazord.
So Mariah can prepare herself. How big is this thing?
Yeah, thank you.
I believe it's if I remember correctly, I think it's hold
Would
on.
you say like 4 feet? 5? No, just kidding.
I can get
Yes.
it. Oh, 10
Perfect
inches.
for closet.
Okay. I'm sorry I'm saying this, but fuck Voltron, I'm getting that. Because those were my Power Rangers.
It looks like
my best friend,
damn
who
good
unfortunately
toy.
I don't talk to anymore because he lives another state away and we kind of lost touch over the years.
So he's not
He
really
had all those toys. Yeah. He had all these nice toys growing up. He had a Megazord. He had a Dragon Zord. He had the White Tiger.
Was that why he was your best friend?
No. We were friends since kindergarten, and then he acquired all these afterward.
This is
so
These are
I
them
was.
separately.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yes.
Soul of Chigokin, what they do is this is like
AJ's about to get a room by himself.
Yes.
Bandai was originally the
For his
owners
toys.
of
No judgment.
Bandai was originally the owners of Poppy, which made the original Voltron. Going back to the 70s, they were making toys for these Japanese animated, robots. And they basically took the quintessential of every Japanese major robot, and they've done it. And they've been waiting forever for Megazord and Voltron, and out of nowhere, 2016 Voltron was their Soul of Chigokin. And the Soul of Chigokin, by the way, is Soul of Alloy. It's the Japanese term for Soul of Alloy, which meaning it's die-cast. So this is like the quintessential Megazord. They did Voltron last year and Megazord this year, so they have the two big ones back to back.
It seems like it's fan approved.
Thanks.
Yeah, I think it's about $230 though.
Before my girlfriend loses a gasket, I eventually want to open my own brewery.
So this would be an investment.
This is all going in.
So you can write it off on your tax.
Yes. Yeah.
There it is.
You just want to do that so you can have a place to keep all your toys.
I can get the exact price for you in a second.
I'm totally in for it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just
no
acknowledging
judgment.
it. I'm acknowledging that that's why you're doing it.
Yes.
I'm not, judging you. I'm just
That's where all my
This is
memorabilia
fucking
is going to go
genius.
because I can't keep it in my new apartment someday down the road.
So any bands that need their videos
Okay.
done, hit up AJ because he needs.
I need money for toys, damn it.
Did you like the Ninja one?
Huh?
The Ninja Megazord?
I don't remember it. I remember watching the series, but I think it was shortly after.
It was in the movie too.
Yeah, it was. It was right after the original Power Ranger series because they were pushing for the new series with the Ninja ones. But
There's just.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I keep just watching you scroll to that picture, and you stop and you shake your head.
I gotta send this to Michelle.
your profile pitch.
it's David Hasselhoff.
Oh, it's a
I think the most
With
disturbing part
Sharpays.
is where the dog is positioned. That's-
That poor dog.
yeah.
Don't hassle the Hoff.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's got peanut butter.
Soul Chigokin Megazord is $300.
$300. Okay.
Okay, all right.
Start a crowdfunder.
I'm gonna have to wait.
No, I was saying because there's like a Ninja Megazord that's die-cast. It's in stores now.
I can care less about the Ninja Megazord. The original
Yeah,
is
fuck that shit.
yeah, the original. And if they come out with a Dragon Zord and a White Tiger Zord,
Just start up a GoFundMe.
They've already done them.
For my
To
they already have.
Yeah,
Oh my
they
God.
have those. They get those at Toys R Us. Soul Chigokin is a whole different beast
See,
altogether.
I haven't been to Toys R Us in God knows how long. You guys
Yeah.
gotta let me know next time. you go.
Bandai, which
'Cause
kills me.
Yeah, like every other day.
All right. Well, when I'm not working, let me know.
Yeah.
And I'll come down and.
Soul, Bandai does release die-cast Megazords. They've gone for like anywhere between $100 to $200.
Yeah.
Which they're not as like fuck you is that one, but they're still really fucking nice.
That one that you just had was just like, holy shit, that's my Megazord.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
That's like, yeah, that's...
Because the one that's in the movie that's coming out right now is not my Megazord. I'm still going to go see
This
the
looks
movie.
much different than that.
But, yeah, that one is the boxy, shitty looking Megazord that I grew up watching, and that's nostalgic to me because I'm like, I would wake up every Saturday morning like, go Power Rangers, you know.
But,
Nice.
next,
it's Morphin time.
the Takara version of...
Oh my god.
Oh shit. The Takara version
love
of
me.
Triptychon.
Do you want to see it?
Oh shit! That's embarrassing. Sorry, wrong picture.
Like, what are you talking?
That's I don't know how that got there.
So much
I'm sorry about that.
stepping. God, so sore.
Sorry.
Oh no, I'm actually enjoying this.
I don't know how that got in there.
He likes a good stamping.
I like
It
this
must
stuff.
have. Yeah, it must
I
have.
like when I get my dick stomped, right, honey?
Yep.
Yes.
Oh my
Must
god.
have been spam or something. Sorry about
This year at Toy Fair, they announced that they are doing an updated Triptychon for Transformers. This is the first time since the original one came out in 1988. Go to the Transformers one first, because that's like it's robot mode. This was like the coolest base thing. I mean, this thing is actually going to be like 24 inches tall. It turns in from a dinosaur.
fuck?
Yeah, it's a base. Like it turns into a city for all the Transformers to fight around. Yeah,
It looks like a giant T-Rex.
it is.
What a
It
dildo
goes
on
from
his
that to
What a
a
dildo
vehicle
is.
mode. It then turns into a vehicle mode.
that. For adult collectors.
Yeah, it goes into a vehicle mode, and then
Adult
it
collectors that are lonely.
turns into a city mode. The T-Rex mode actually, you can have
A city mode.
Yeah, a city, not a
Sitting.
base, a city.
Sitting mode.
City. Like it turns into a city.
On top of the.
They did like this is like the same scale as like Metroplex and
Okay, good.
a couple of the other ones that
Jokes are
came out.
wasted.
The Tyrannosaurus mode actually eats Transformers. Like you can put him in his mouth and it goes into, like comes out a hole in his stomach. Like
It comes out his butt.
stomach. It just opens up.
That sounds fun.
Yeah, it's not as fun.
Exactly.
The original, I don't know this because I've asked this a couple times on different forums. What was really cool about the original Triptychon was it was motorized, and not only did its feet actually walked, and its arms moved up and down like Godzilla style.
Nice.
Which
Like
I
a
don't know.
bushwhacker.
Which I don't know if this one is motorized. It doesn't look like it is yet. It would be kind of a letdown if it's not. But this thing is. They said it's like the biggest Decepticon based Decepticon they've ever released. So I'm really. I don't usually get the city ones just because they're way too expensive and whatever. I like Triptychon. I might get this one. That's the Takara version, which is going for $300 right now. The Hasbro version has been quoted around $150, which is gonna be the same toy, just different paint apps, not as detailed.
It's on par with the rest of like the larger Transformer kits.
You can buy them at Toys R Us, and they're like $150 there. And there are a couple times I've been like, "Ooh, I really would like this one. I really would like this one." Thank God they don't have Triptychon because I'd have to buy that one. Because
What do they have now? Fortress Maximus.
Fortress Maximus was last year. Now it's what's it?
Well,
That
that's
just
the one
sounds
that's still
expensive.
just sitting there.
It is. They have them still in the store. They come out with one fuck you city mode one every year.
It's like bank account emptiest.
Yeah. Yes.
I like that. I like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is a piggy bank.
Actually, Big Bad Toy Store has the original Triptychon. Like
Yeah, why don't they just have a transforming ATM?
Big Bad Toy Store has the original Triptychon in like a re-release series. And that's
Pockets transform inside out.
You want to pull funds out for more Transformers, and it's like error, like insufficient funds.
And that's
we
going
can go on with that joke if you want.
Anyway,
That's a no.
the original release is actually on clearance right now for $100, and that's the one that is motorized. It's a lot smaller though. I saw them side by side. The original one I think stands like I think it was something like it only stands like 18 inches tall. So it's shorter, but that one is motorized. If this one's not motorized, I'll be a little disappointed. Last week on Monday, for the next toy news, it dropped on Big Bad Toy Store for pre-orders of the Legendary Defender die-cast Voltron. Again,
it's based off the legendary Defender series. Okay.
They have the Solar Shigoken Voltron that came out, and they also have a toy Nami that came out. This one, what's really cool about this is die-cast. To buy them in stores, each line is $15.99, which is fucking ridiculously awesome.
I saw it in Target today. They only had the blue line.
Are you talking about the plastic ones? This is the die-cast.
Okay, maybe it was the
this is the
plastic
die-cast. This is not going to be available till August, or it ships in August. Pre-sales are now. Big Bad's charging $99.99 for it, so you're paying $25 more. The thing I'm saying, that might not.
But you get all of them, though.
Yeah, you get all of them. The benefit to this is that, as we all know with what happened with the last line, good luck trying to collect them all in the stores still. I mean, they've been out since the first week of January, and you still can't. There are people that are still.
I've seen one or two pop up at Walmart here and there, and then literally the next couple days, I'll go back and get something, and then I'll step by the aisle and they're gone.
And the thing is, that one was coveted because there's a new transforming Voltron in the store. Plastic, it's got all these cool features. This is the fucking die-cast.
Yeah.
This is going to be a lot more of a hotter item for
the
transform
too.
Yeah, this transforms. So this is going to be a hot one. So you're
gonna get it.
I might pre-order this. I might not want to take the chance. I like the thrill of the hunt. I like going out looking for the toys, but to get a die-cast brand new Voltron in stores for less than $100 is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like I said, the Solar Shigoken. Like I said, last year Solar Shigoken Voltron came out, and I think it's just about short of $300 too, just like the Megazord. So they're not cheap. So the fact that Playmates is doing this is awesome.
We should do a video together when I eventually get my Megazord. Megazord versus
Voltron.
Where's that one?
Yeah, we just watched one. We just watched one.
Oh yeah, I saw that one. Yeah, that was
best line of the whole thing is like it was campy, and the actors that played the Voltron files were horrible. And the one guy's like, we're gonna get those copyright infringing. We're gonna kick their copyright infringement asses.
That was hilarious. I was laughing when I was watching it.
So I will be. I'm tempted to pick up this. I'm tempted to possibly do the pre-order on this, and I don't ever pre-order. I'm like, get out in the stores and let's let the game begin.
Yeah.
I might not want to take chances on this. This one's only gonna be 8 inches tall. It's not gonna be very big, but still, it's gonna be fucking cool. That's it for toys.
8 inches is admirable.
It's nothing to sneeze at. Just ask David
It's just above average. Just saying.
Yeah, because that's a tiny puppy that his dick is high behind.
And that's going to conclude our news.
Oh my god.
I'm going to come back with live show and tell.
All right.
Show and tell time! Yay!
Yay!
That's my hair.
We are here live on Facebook. Show and tell time. Who wants to go first?
I'll go first.
All right.
Why not? Because I know Scott wants to see this. I'm talking about
yeah.
this.
Just like that.
Just like that.
He wants you to whip it out.
I was gonna buy this the other day in the store.
Got He-Man and the Masters of the Universe, the newspaper comic strips collection.
I was just sharing the live feed. That's all.
Yeah.
I was trying. Sorry.
Do you mind?
Really?
Scott Warziniak just joined.
Yeah.
It's about time he joined.
Oh god. Welcome to the show.
I just screenshot that.
I was trying to share it so more people could watch. That's all.
Yeah, so basically for 4 years, they ran a newspaper strip of He-Man and the Masters of the Universe. And the story behind them, like, getting all the strips, like, it took them, like, about 2 years to, like, find as many of the comic strips as they could. There are some that are missing. It's more towards, like, the end of the series. But they had the people that put the book together had access to the original writer of the newspaper strips. So based on those, they put, like, little synopsises in. Which I kind of wish they had just hired an artist to redo those strips, just so, you know, it's all kind of there.
Yeah.
Even if it's not the original. But they source, you know, stuff from, like, foreign newspapers even to, you know, stuff in the States to make sure they were getting, like, the best quality versions of these strips. But it's really cool. They they have interviews with like some of the artists and the writers, and the strip goes on for like different story arcs too. So it's kind of like one continuous story for like a chapter. Of like I don't know how many months.
How does it differ from the cartoon?
I haven't really sat down and really read it too closely, but it doesn't really seem to be all that much different.
Yeah.
Not like like how the Masters of the Universe movie is completely different from the cartoon.
I just wonder if there's like a more serious tone to it.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is a little serious. A little more serious than the cartoon. Was.
It's more seriouser.
It's more serious. Yeah. It's more seriouser than the cartoon, but less cartoony than the cartoon.
Okay, yeah.
That's basically it. Yeah, the tone has, because they have limited space of where they telling the story and all that, but there's some really cool stuff, and I like the way the book ends. Is one of the last comic strips. Adam basically comes out to his parents and reveals that he's He-Man.
Oh, I was going to say the obvious.
Yeah.
Of course,
I'm coming out.
They weren't.
That's He-Man.
They weren't. Yeah, it wasn't that far ahead of his time.
And they're like, really? He came out as He-Man?
I see it. I had bootleg that.
Is there something else you want to tell us?
It was the same thing where it was like
maybe not giant
Sundays ones.
Probably.
And one of them was like
It's a phallic
it
symbol.
got pretty dark.
It
for a
has
comic
5
strip in a
speeds.
newspaper. It was pretty cool. I probably still have it in my house somewhere.
God, that thing's heavy.
Yeah, and I like the size of it too. It's 11 by 17, which is like like a
flyer sized.
Well, yeah, and that's also the same size that most comic book art is, original size.
Now, were these continuous strips like from week to week, or was it like from day to day?
Yeah, it was a daily strip, and there's a bunch of Sundays in there. Those are in color, obviously.
These are ongoing stories, obviously.
Yeah.
How awesome would it be to be the guy that just draws daily comics?
I would love that gig. Right. That would be an awesome gig to have.
What got you back into Masters of the Universe? I know you've been kind of on a kick lately.
Yeah, I don't know. I think a lot of talking with Scott about it, and just revisiting some of the old stuff like the cartoons. That Art of He-Man book that I got, I fucking love that book.
Yeah.
That spans. It even touches a little bit on the newspaper strips in there, but yeah, this is interesting because this is something that I never saw in my hometown newspaper.
I don't remember that.
So
I never saw it in my newspaper growing up either.
Yeah,
it's mainly like Family Circus and like Garfield.
yeah, like as far as like the adventure strips, I mean, we had like Buzz Sawyer, I think was the one that we had in ours, but so basically I'm getting this whole new He-Man stories, these new He-Man stories. Jesus Christ, I can't talk tonight. I'm getting all these new He-Man stories that I never knew existed.
That's cool.
I kind of had like a passing, like somewhere along the years, like I knew that there was like a newspaper strip produced of He-Man, but I never saw it in the paper. And I didn't realize that it had gone on for like years either.
One of the things that's probably cool about this as opposed to the mini comics. The mini comics, every book you could tell which toy we was pushing.
Yeah.
Like, oh, thank God I have my.
Yeah, and even with the cartoons to a certain degree as well. Like when they brought the mechanical horse in on the TV show. I mean, it was blatant.
Yeah.
Like, this is our new toy. Yeah, there's really none of that in this.
I gotta start beasting through that TV series. I gotta get back to really. I watched skip through episodes. I had to just sit there and man up and watch it all.
Yeah, man up.
Oh, I love the look of Hordak in this one.
Yeah. The artwork overall is really well done too.
I wonder if it's any of the same artist that did the mini comics.
Yeah, I think there's a few of those, few of the same artists, and one of the guys that I think he lettered the entire series. They actually made a font out of his lettering, so that when they were getting like stuff from like foreign, because I think found some strips like in like India and like other countries. So when they translated him back into English, they just used his font to. So they put a lot of effort into like reconstructing the art and making it the best that they could. And some of the quality in the strips isn't as good as others in the book, so it's kind of a little up and down. But
where can one obtain this kind of book?
Right now it's on Amazon for half price. So it's like about $15 on Amazon.
Wow, that's a fucking steal.
So
why aren't you on your phone?
Break out your phone.
Yeah, $15.
There's over 500 pages in that.
Yeah,
that's ridiculous. And it's hardcover.
Yeah. That's ridiculous, dude.
Oh.
Yeah,
that is so sexy.
Who's next?
Well, a guy in his underwear holding a big sword is just sexy as shit.
Those thighs.
All right, I guess I'll go.
Shit.
I would have gone.
I'll
You want
go.
me to go?
I'll go.
Unless
you want to go.
You can go.
Fight.
Who do you want to? You rather not go now or go later?
I'll go now.
All right.
Who talks first?
Is it 1, 2, 3 then go, or 1, 2 go on 3?
I don't know. Fuck.
Lethal Weapon.
Unfortunately, during the winter, I don't get to go to flea markets, which is my every other weekend thing. And so in the meantime, I had to go to flea market alternatives, which includes like Savers, which I tend to get some pretty good scores there. Last Friday, I went to Savers, and I think I got a pretty damn good score.
It's good as long as you don't bump into the people that smell like rotten cottage cheese.
Oh, but if there's a Batmobile,
What?
it's worth it.
Batmobile. Motherfucking Batmobile.
Yeah.
Have you repainted it yet?
I have not, but I have all the ideas of what I'm going to do to repaint it.
Oh, wow.
This will not be a Batmobile when I'm done with it.
What?
No.
Okay.
It was $5. And it looks like it's...
I paid $45 for that same Batmobile.
It looks like everything is there. Whoops. Everything seems to work.
That's awesome, man. $5?
Oh shit!
Yeah, oh shit.
The fucking tumbler.
The tumbler.
AJ's like, I'll give you 30 for it right now.
It is missing the missiles, but I really don't give a shit because I'm probably just going to put some cannons in there. Model some of those. This is going to get repainted.
Would you sell it once it's repainted?
No. I have plans for this.
So this is going to be like a G.I. Joe tactical.
It'll be Destro's ride.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's pretty dope.
So the windows will be red. There'll be some red highlighting on it. I might mount a cannon on top.
My question is, when you get done with it, are people like, hey, look, it's the Batmobile
right there.
I'm going to try to make it not look like the Batmobile.
Okay.
But I don't know how successful I'm going to be on that.
This is going to be the biggest challenge ever.
$5.
From where?
Savers.
Savers? Okay.
Cool thing is it does... The thing does open up. If I can get it to open up.
Does it switch into a bike?
No, it doesn't do that.
Ah, it sucks.
I don't give a shit.
Actually, I don't even know if there was a Batmobile that came out.
This is driving.
There was one.
Was there?
You couldn't put a figure in it, though.
Nick is driving.
It's Nick from Demon's Past.
Yeah. Nice. So it seems to be a little bit bigger.
You know, it's sad. Nick doesn't listen to this.
It seems to be a little bit bigger for the 3.75 figures, but not much.
Not
He
much.
fits in there pretty well.
Yeah, because the Batman doesn't fit in there for shit.
No. What I am going to do is eventually I'm going to repaint all the gears or all the circuitry and stuff in here, and I'm going to recreate a seat in here so it fits the figures in a little bit better. It'll look like a cushioned seat. It'll be made out of foam.
Worst case scenario, you could just turn Nick into Batman.
I could do that. But this is a great find. So all the detail is going to come out when I paint it. All this is going to be like, like a metallic look to it. These will probably get like a red highlight. I'm going to try, like I said, to make it look like it's not a Batmobile. I mean, this vehicle actually does exist in the real world.
I know it does, and I've seen it.
It doesn't have the motorcycle that pops out of it.
Real life, yeah.
But this is actually a bridge layer.
Yeah,
in the military.
it would jump across canyons or whatever to like small cliffs just
to lay down a
get
bridge.
cables across. Yeah.
I've never really accepted that as a Batmobile. Anyways.
Yeah.
But it's so badass.
No, I like that as a Batmobile.
I'll pass that around.
It makes more sense than a muscle car driving around a city.
Yeah, but
it's a tank, and I love it.
Yeah.
Although I love the muscle car driving around a city. Don't get me wrong.
But the fact that it's got guns, like that makes it not Batmobile.
That other
they shoot rubber bullets.
But every Batmobile had guns except for the Adam West one.
Have you played the Arkham Knight series?
rubber bullets.
So I can picture
Just spits out condoms.
I can picture Destro sitting in this and driving around in his ride.
Yeah,
If you played Arkham Knight, the video game, like you would hit pedestrians and they would be electrocuted. Like it was weird. Like,
Dude,
you don't flatten
put like
them,
a
but like you
Cobra
electrocute
logo on
them.
here.
It's
All of a sudden,
so
it's
weird.
not Batman at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome, man.
So hopefully I can disguise it enough.
That was a good steal.
I've been getting some good deals. Like that package I got for you
Yeah.
for $5 was like a bag full of Masters of the Universe shit.
Mm-hmm.
And I take my son with me, so he gets some stuff too.
I'm so jealous. I would love
You can,
that.
if you're into Nerf guns, there's always a Nerf gun at Savers, always guaranteed, and a lightsaber. There's always a lightsaber.
I got a stormtrooper gun there,
Yeah,
and its batteries still work and everything.
and I don't care if there's like
I swear I didn't bring
sorry.
this.
I don't care if there's like some pieces missing.
It
I'm
was
just
only
gonna
$5.
like convert the thing anyway.
Man, check out this tires too.
So that's what I do when I'm waiting for the flea market season to open up.
So like that Batmobile, like the actual one, is still on display at the Warner Brothers Studios.
Oh yeah,
And I want to go so bad.
it looks like it'd be huge.
Because they have such a huge exhibit of all Batman stuff at that studio for the tour.
Yeah.
And they have that Batmobile. They have the '89 one. They have the shitty one from Batman and Robin when they were out on the ice.
Mm-hmm.
They have that one. And they have like just everything. Every bat suit, everything.
Is the Affleck Batmobile the same as the Christian Bale one?
No, it's different. It's different.
It's a.
I mean, it's pretty similar.
It's kind of like a Doombuggy hopper thing.
Yeah.
Or like a rally
yeah.
car that they did.
But Jay Leno actually went for a ride in the Tumbler one
Nice.
down actual streets in LA.
Oh, yeah,
I
I think
forget
so.
who it was, and I'm like, oh,
Needs
you
a food
son of
chair.
a bitch! I want to do that so bad.
Who is it? You know the guy that does the, not the guy that has like the marionette puppets on Comedy Central. He has the old guy. He's got the
Jeff Dunham.
Jeff Dunham. Jeff Dunham has a Tim Burton Batmobile.
No,
wow.
really?
Yeah.
He also has an H1 Hummer that he threw in his sketch comedy. It's lawn ornament because he can't afford to put gas in the thing anymore.
Yeah, apparently he said he used like he literally like Jeff. What I thought was kind of cool. Jeff Dunham said he gave like 75% of his money to charity.
Yeah.
And he said as long as I can give 75% of my income to charity and I can afford a Batmobile, I'm good. I'm like,
Yeah.
good for him. That's pretty cool. He deserves a Batmobile.
Well, speaking of Batmobiles, the Adam West one's going to be at Terrificon. And the Batcopter and the Batmobile.
Yes. Actually, it's funny because like I really want this. My one of my bosses at my new job, I just found out he's a Batman fan, and he has like one of those like old lunchbox tins, and it's Batman, and he brings it to work every single day, and like this dude is like a big guy in the company, so I'm like Terry, you're a Batman fan? He was like, yeah, I love Batman. I'm like, dude, it was like, Burt Ward and Adam West are going to be at Mohegan Sun this summer. He's like, really? And I'm like, yeah, it's going to be their last New England appearance. And he was like, I've got to go.
One year they actually had at Witch's Dungeon, they had the Adam West Batmobile and Mark Hamill the same day.
Yeah, you were saying that.
One more thing about Savers is you also find comic books there.
Yeah.
People will just dump off comic books.
And they don't even know their value.
Yeah, the one I went to in Newington, there was 2 boxes filled with comic books. You don't know what's in there. 99 cents each. It's ridiculous. Somebody dropped off an entire Electra series, which was about no, I couldn't afford it. It was probably about 50 different comic books, just Electra. I was like,
what the boxes are 99 cents? Or?
No, each comic book.
I still remember when we went to that Bethel one, or was it Bethlehem? Bethlehem.
That weird flea market.
Yeah, that weird one. Yeah, I picked up those cable comics that Rob Layfield.
Yeah,
that was pretty cool.
Is that where I get the G.I. Joe cards from?
Yeah.
That was cool.
Oh,
I used to have those when I was a kid.
Oh yeah, yeah, and that's a weird video game, I think.
Yeah.
So is it my turn?
Yep.
Okay. I'm gonna start with something I got for my birthday from Grip and Rachel, and I'm hoping we get to do next game night. Deadpool Yahtzee.
I love Yahtzee. I really do.
Yeah.
I can't really say that I've ever played Yahtzee. Like, I might have been at my grandfather's house, like, when I was a kid, but, like, I barely remember how to play Yahtzee, but I would love to do this next game night.
Now he's willing to
Nice.
learn.
Yeah.
Nice.
Come on, it's got Deadpool, and he's saying,
Yeah,
yup, right on it. I mean, come on, like, of course. So I will pass that around.
Nice.
Yeah, that looks like a lot of fun. And to go with our host question tonight, I actually have 2 shirts, but only one right now that I made on a custom website that years ago that I found out about that I loved. It's my Chuck Norris shirt.
What?
Oh, great.
Oh, cool. It's got one of those quotes that says, "There are no weapons of mass destruction in Iraq. Chuck Norris lives in Oklahoma."
That's awesome.
What site did you get that?
Oh, God, I don't remember. It was ChuckNorrisQuotes.com. When all those Chuck Norris jokes were going around.
That's great.
Which I stole for Crossing Rubicon post about Zach Lambert.
Yeah. Those are funny.
Right?
Yeah. It kind of fits weird. Like, it doesn't fit like a...
It looks like an 80s t-shirt.
Yeah.
It does.
It definitely fits me weird. I'm like, this doesn't feel like a regular cotton t-shirt, you know? Like...
Zach Lambert and the Superman
Oh,
guys
yeah,
will
it's
fight.
fine.
The loser had to wear their underwear on the outside of their pants for the rest of their lives. What?
But I've got another one. It's a baseball style tee, and it said, what the fuck did it say? There are no tornadoes in the Midwest or something like that. It's just Chuck Norris roundhouse kicking trailer parks or something. Or Chuck Norris hates trailer parks, so he just roundhouse kicks them or something. Like, it was something weird like that. It was along those
Chuck
lines.
Norris and Lance Armstrong got in a contest who has the most testicles. Chuck won by 5.
There was one Red Bull started with Chuck Norris's urine or something like that.
No, actually, speaking of Expendables, because Expendables 2 with the one he's in, they made a comment like, I heard you were bit by a rattlesnake. He's
Or
like,
it was a king snake or something.
Yeah,
and
he's like,
just,
it was painful, and the snake died 2 days later. I thought that was pretty funny. His whole scene is a Chuck Norris joke. They're surrounded by this whole Russian army.
He gets such a fucking kick out of them too. Like he loves all those fucking jokes. He actually,
I would too.
On that website, he actually
you?
like contacted the website and he was like, these are my top 10 favorite quotes. Like, you should keep them. And it says right there, these were hand selected by Chuck Norris himself.
And they're like, all the expendable guys are all surrounded by this huge like Russian army, and every one of them just gets shot by these bullets, and they're like trying to figure out what happened, and then just Chuck Norris is just walking through the town. It was pretty funny.
Oh yeah, because they thought they were all fucked at that point.
Yeah, they were all fucked at that point. And all of a sudden, Chuck Norris saves them all. Stallone, Schwarzenegger, you name it, all saved by Chuck Norris.
Of course. Nice.
I might be rocking this very soon.
It's very soft.
I gotta find my other one. But yeah, ChuckNorrisFacts.com. Or quotes, whatever it was. You want me to hold it? You're up next.
Yay! Show and tell. Alright, I got 2 things. Speaking of savers and t-shirts, that was a great segue. Thank you, both of you.
You're welcome.
I shall stand up. This shirt I got at Savers.
Nice.
Hey, check that out. I was looking for t-shirts.
I think she planned that because look what one I'm wearing.
It literally is perfect. Yeah, we're we're versus each other. Currently.
So you're going to pass it around?
Yeah. So I'm on my way. I think it was all the $4 that I spent on this, which was kind of fun because it's no money. But this is also small, and I have not worn a small t-shirt since I was like a sophomore in high school. So this is like a double awesome feeling right now. So I'm coming around if you want to pass me around. Wait a minute. And then for something totally different, I don't think anybody in this room or that would be watching or listening right now knows that my aunt is a published author. And she has some really amazing work from the time that she spent out in Ghana collecting information since she was like 16. And she's, I want to say, around 70 soon. So she's got a wealth of information from the culture and the things she's experienced out there. So this is her latest book that came out. It's a children's book called The Spider Weaver. It's a legend of kente cloth.
I remember her talking about that.
Really, really special cloth that's made, and the legend is that they were people walking through the forest and they ran into a spider that was weaving a pattern out there, and then they went home and they kind of recreated the pattern and they mimicked it, and it turned into the beautiful colors of the kente cloth that you can find all over in the culture now.
Oh, wow.
And then they fight the spider.
Yeah, and it turns into an action movie.
It's radioactive.
In the 80s. It's a really bad 80s action movie. So this is pretty neat.
Nice. Does she do the illustrations?
She does not. No, Julia Cairns did this one. And her other book, her first book, is called Ashante to Zulu, and it has a different, goes through the 26 letters of the alphabet with something different about the culture in Ghana that she experienced out there. And that is a Caldecott winner for the illustrations on that book. It's just phenomenal.
Nice.
But I brought this one in because it was Read Across America Day, and in my school we all take a break and we actually just read, and it's fun. So I like to share a little bit about myself and a little bit about my Aunt Margaret Musgrove that most people don't know is a thing.
That's pretty awesome.
That's really awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Pass that around.
Yeah. I think that's where I get my poetry from.
What are some of the other books that she's published?
Those are the two that I have.
Okay.
Her son is also into book writing and has written a book on rumor, remissions, and black politics. It's like this really long, huge, crazy title. And he lives in Washington, D.C. and does a lot of work through black politics and equality. And it's just some really heavy stuff. So you come from a beautiful children's book with beautiful fabric to the serious, serious America talk.
Nice.
And the things that are going on. It's neat. That side of the family is just brilliant.
Very cool.
Yeah. I don't know what else to say about it. It's a cool book. If you're looking for a children's book, pick up The Spider Weaver.
I'm going to check our school library, see if it's in it. In there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a Scholastic book. So
Yeah.
Yep.
I was very happy with that one. Yeah, it's cool coming back from Kenya and having stories to share now. Just, obviously East Africa versus West Africa, there's so much difference between the two. But to just have stories and be able to share about some of the foods and some of the life that you see out there, it's been very interesting.
There's a pronunciation guide as well.
Oh, nice.
You should try to read that book without that guide. I'm like, what? Mama
Very
Abudu
cool.
and
I don't know, pronunciation guide plus reading equals more work involved in reading.
But
Lots
it's a
of
children's
pictures.
book, you're okay.
Yeah, you gotta flip to the back and then go back.
You can just look at the pictures and make up your own story if you want.
Yes, you can. Boy is in woods. Boy sees spider. Run away from spider.
Boy makes blanket.
Into 80s action movie.
Is there an audiobook version?
Check audible.com.
I will. Yeah.
Audible.
It does have pictures, so.
It does.
That's what I'm looking at.
I know she was talking about going through another illustrator and working on some different images of this as well. And I'm not sure if that was done yet or if that was something that was just in the works. But I know she was looking to go for something softer on some of the images and some of the color that they used on the skin to kind of just soften things up a bit. Which I thought was very interesting.
Very cool. Yeah.
What you got, Jeannie?
Scott and I took a trip to one of our favorite places, the Toy Vault.
Yes. I got a phone call from when you were at the Toy Vault.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Spoilers.
Spoiler, right? Yeah. I've never seen anything like this, and he always gets something like super serious and nostalgic, and I do sometimes, but I couldn't pass up. I call it Chewing Chewy.
Nice.
It comes from I don't know what line, but there's a set of like him and Han Solo, of course, from 1993.
Were they back to back in the
Pretty
photo?
fucking chilling. I know. That's what the clerks made a joke like. You need two of them and put them back to back. We're like, yeah, it's our rap album.
Yeah, you need some Adidas.
Yeah.
But like, I saw it, and I was like, oh my god,
It's awesome.
how do I not get this?
Yeah.
And I
He's
I can't break it.
That's great.
I find it interesting
this
it came
is
out before the
curious
Power of
here,
the
though.
Force Toyland did too.
Well,
True, but
he's got a bit of a bush, but
it's
it was
curious.
the 70s.
It's curious.
Ooh,
Didn't
I don't
they
have
like
much to talk
Harryman
about.
back then?
Yeah.
They don't like him so much now,
No,
but
yeah.
But I really like Chewy, so what better? I said
more of a crunchy
originally
fan.
that if I had a work desk, that's where he would go. So now I gotta find somewhere cool for him.
That's awesome. Is there a date anywhere on it?
Yeah, it's 1993. The stickers are still intact on the bottom.
I looked it up. It looked like one of those like two like statue pieces you would get like Suncoast back in the day. It was funny because it was before the Power of the Force 2 line came out, so it was like there were no action figures in the stores at that point.
I cannot bend that Wookiee.
No. Yeah, Kevin, you cannot break this. You know that it's not a challenge.
He needs to stand on your amp.
Yeah.
It shows.
Oh man, just judging everyone.
That would be awesome.
No one's more metal than Chewie. Chewbacca is silently judging you.
There's so many things that can come from that. I don't know. Like, why did they pick that pose?
Why not pick that pose?
Yeah, because you've never seen him in that pose.
Yeah.
No, just seeing him like his arms in the back of his head, you know.
There-
Just like,
there is a-
I'll rip your arm out of your socket, you know. Like.
Yep. When I was researching it, there was that one where he's just like this.
Yep.
I've seen him across his arms before.
Yeah?
It's somewhere. I've seen him do
Prequels?
No.
It was CGI'd.
It's exquisite.
It's quite a piece.
Yeah. I don't know what to
But
make.
when you see Scott, you're gonna be like,
His eyes are so kind.
that's what you
Yeah.
picked.
No, he's more. His eyes are more like, you fucking kidding me?
Yeah.
What you talking about, Han?
Awesome.
He looks like his face looks like when you put those fake vampire teeth in.
Yeah, I know. It's totally just all fucked up
It's
right
just like,
here.
oh.
Yes, it does.
So why'd you bring Scott?
It's just like dry.
Well, let's get right to the point. Original 1984 Matchbox Voltron. I've had Toy Vault myself. Now you're stepping on my dick.
With a Wookiee.
With a Wookiee.
That thing could hurt.
You're stepping on his. You're stepping on
I'm
his.
gonna
Wookiee.
club intruders with this.
We were at Toy Vault, as Jeannie told earlier, and usually I look around and see like what's cool, and I've been there before, and I've asked
I
if
just
they've had.
noticed that they're all different from each other. They're the red and the green are on different arms from the Legendary series. Legendary Defender series.
Oh, that was put on wrong.
Ah!
Yeah, the red is supposed to be right.
Good call. Just switch it.
Yeah, I have not taken these off yet.
I'm
kinda
pretty
terrified.
sure the
It is wrong.
feet are on right.
Feet are on right.
Yeah.
Red's right. Green is left.
Ha!
Blue is right.
Good call.
Yellow is left. Yeah, good call. Good call. So I've been looking for an original for a long time, and usually these things are like, even in bad condition, they're $220, $250 online. This is real Matchbox diecast. You can tell it's the Matchbox because number one, well, it came with no weapons, and it has the numbers on the lines.
Yeah.
The Popey Peace King Go line, the Japanese version, did not. And a couple of things I've talked to. I called Grip because I wanted to see if he could do some restoration on it. Like I said, it's in fair condition. You know, some of the chrome is getting all worn off.
For being older than AJ.
Yeah, this is older. This is 10 years older than AJ right here. You know, it's when I was a kid, I had
40.
You're getting close too.
I'm 30, bro.
Well, this is 80, so it's not 10 years. This is 82. It was originally made.
Okay.
When I was a kid, I had the Black Lion. I never had the full Voltron. I had the Black Lion. It was like my favorite toy. Actually, I had the smaller version of the vehicle Voltron that my mom got me for Easter.
Yeah, let's pass it around.
Yeah, pass it around.
Like, touch it. Oh.
Yeah, maybe this way.
I had the
Did the head shoot off on that one?
No.
No. Okay.
They do now.
I'm just saying.
Really? You had to say it when it went in his hands. Agrippa's a douche.
Yeah, it
No.
is backwards.
It is backwards. Yeah, I didn't even notice that.
They might shoot off.
I was too excited.
Leslie Wheeler says, "It's as old as me. I'm almost 33."
Yeah, I had the little vehicle Voltron. My mom got it for me for Easter, and I was kind of like, I was excited to get a Voltron, but it wasn't the Lion Voltron.
Yeah.
Eventually, I had to get nothing lower than a C to get the Black Lion one summer, and I got that. It was like my pride and joy. I was gonna eventually get the rest of it. I took it to school. A friend of mine brought the blue and the red. He put them on. We couldn't take it apart. Teacher confiscated it. Never got it back.
What?
Oh.
Yeah. By the way, the original price for the Matchbox Voltron back in 1984 was $67.99. I've like most.
Scott, where did his face go? It's a magic trick.
Like most kids.
There it is.
Like most kids, I ended up getting the Panache Place.
Abracadabra.
I got the Panache Place Voltron for Christmas.
It's got a tail.
I'm fucking crying right now.
Can somebody take this away from him, please?
This is exactly the same one that I had.
But you had all the weapons.
I had because mine was called Lionbot.
Yeah.
And I saved so much of my paper route money to save up to get this fucking thing.
Oh, you had a paper route too?
I had a paper route.
I had fork.
But yeah, this is the exact same thing, and the heads do shoot off.
Yeah.
This little yellow button right there will shoot
Press
that
the
off.
button.
Now you tell me.
Yeah.
I'm terrified to take this thing apart. Like, now that they aren't.
I had to sell mine when I was moving a couple years ago for $100. It was in box.
I would have
All
given
the
you no
parts.
less than $250.
That's my biggest regret. Is
You would have
selling
been like,
that thing.
"Hey Scott, I'll sell this to you for $100." I'm like, "I'll give you $250 for it."
But
Please.
this is very nostalgic. Yeah. The chrome parts are going to be tough to do because I need to find something that will look like chrome. But this is common right here, that wearing down
Yeah.
the silver.
I think my Black Lion, when I had it, I think the feet were starting to wear down already. It was only after months. It's okay. I'm not, You got it.
Yeah. It's the levers on the back.
Oh, I know. I kept. Is it a push or how do you do it?
You push it in. Yeah.
You push it in.
Yep.
You broke it.
You
Push
broke
it
it.
in,
Now can you
push
get the
it
arms
in.
off? Because we could swap those out.
Yeah,
At least
just-
make it put the right arm in the right place. I was terrified, especially with the arms, because they got those. It's literally plugged in with the tail,
That clicked in. Good.
and you got like paint on paint, and
Now, it's
God
gonna be-
knows.
It's like, yeah, it's going to be hard not to push that button.
Yeah.
But if you push that button, the head will shoot off.
Yeah.
Yeah. We played with that there.
Now the spring in there, I don't know how delicate it's going to be. It looks
That's-
a little rusty.
Yeah, that's that's another thing I was concerned about.
So just be careful when you're doing this.
That we had to push the button back in to get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, there it goes.
Literally, I've seen.
But these should just be pegged in, because they're the tails that are. I'm very gentle with these.
I know. No, I trust you more than I trust me.
Yeah.
Please, Grip, fix my toy. It's not right.
Oh, that's in there pretty good.
Right?
Surgery right now.
Just spit on it.
You want a hammer?
Some pliers.
I think that's why they left it that way.
Probably. I mean, they can come out, but it's going to take a little bit of effort to do, and I don't want to do that with,
You don't want to do it on camera.
It's got to get some glue.
Well, my question is, if it was to break, do you think we could get like the tail somewhere on a check, like a third market thing or something?
Possibly, yeah. I mean, you could get it back to where it was. I mean, if you plan on just like displaying it like this, then there shouldn't be a problem.
It would be nice to be able to.
The thing I'm worried about, like with restoring this, are the stickers.
Yeah. Which you could probably get third-party stickers too.
Maybe, or I might be able to get away with just doing some touch-up if I found the right color paints.
So is there a trick to getting the arms off?
They should just like pull out.
Yeah.
There's no lever for them or anything like that. Let me just try again. Turn the camera off.
Remember, YouTube is forever.
Yeah.
YouTube is forever. Yeah, this is a white whale for me. I would say, like, to me, when I got the updated version of the Millennium Falcon, the new Millennium Falcon, to me I was like, cool, I got a Millennium Falcon, I'm good. With Voltron, I wanted an original.
In your workshop.
Now, yeah. Now, tell us a story about the weapons. Why this didn't come with weapons?
Oh, because some stupid shit had a Robotech.
Oh, wait, let me take a picture.
Some stupid shit had a Robotech jet, and they shot the projectile in his mouth, and he died in the 70s. So there was no shooting weapons allowed on toys. So when in the Japanese, the Beast King Go Lion from Popey, the one that Agrippa had like every lion had different.
It had attachments
blades
you could put on it that would actually shoot missiles.
Yeah.
Like you can see, like it'll peg into the side here.
Yep.
Or you can actually put it in there, and it's like a thing that'll shoot out missiles. It came with a shield, a sword. The sword was about this big.
Yeah.
Same kind of chrome painting as that.
Eventually, kids complained because the Matchbox one came with nothing.
Yeah.
And kids complained. They were like, "Well, we should give them a shield and a sword at least."
Yeah.
So there was a $5 add-on kit that you could buy in stores.
Definitely some wear and tear on this.
Yeah.
It's been played with.
Yeah,
Definitely.
And then and then what happened was the popularity of Voltron was so big.
I think this is heavier than your Legendary Defender one.
It is. I
way
picked them both
heavier.
up.
And that thing is huge. Like, I know it's plastic,
the main
but
pieces on there are die-cast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
I mean, there are plastic parts on that, but the
barely
bulk
any
of
plastic,
the bulk of the
so many
models.
different toy lines have tried to do die-cast. It's so weird. You go G1 Transformers, G1 Voltron, and then you move on from that, and people try to do the die-cast toy every once in a while, and it always comes out like shit. And it was like, they did it so much better then. I think it's obviously Japanese engineering.
Yeah.
You know, but, yeah.
Tapping your foot there.
I think you might be able to shoot like a rocket out of the mouth, too. I don't remember correctly. I think there's like a slot in there.
Do not pass go. Do not
could
collect
be wrong.
$200.
Yeah, eventually I got my full Voltron in '85
Is there
when
a
I
slot
got
in
the
there
Punch Place one.
for a missile? No.
No, you could make it though.
I'll jam something in there.
You think in your workshop? You think in your workshop you can swap those arms out?
Yeah, I gotta be careful when I take the arms off. That's all.
Yeah.
I'll do it with, surround it with cloth so it doesn't scratch anything.
Yeah, I saw one's missing lions for more money than I spent on this one.
Made in Japan.
What happened was eventually the popularity, what killed this toy off, because there was actually, this toy came off the shelves in the peak of its popularity. The need and the want for Voltron toys was so great that Popey started shipping out to China to have them made there, and there was this big lead paint scare where they found lead in the paint for these. So
Well, it's still in. I mean, this is in great condition.
Yeah.
There's no broken pieces on it.
Yeah.
And the paint chipping is not that bad.
When I told the guy,
all the parts are there.
I asked the guy at Toy Vault, do you have any Voltrons in your system? And he laughed at me. This was a couple months ago. He goes, dude, we ever get one of those, they don't last. So we walk in there, and I see this thing in the store, and I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? We walked out of the store, because every time I go to Toy Vault, I have a way I do it, where I walk in, check out the whole store, walk away, grab something to eat, think what I want to do, and I go back and I spend way too much money. And I went out with Jeannie, and I'm like, talk me out of this. Talk me out. She's like, we're looking up pricing. Yeah. We're like, what they're valued at, what they're worth, and it was a fucking great price for this thing. Literally probably half the price we should have paid for it. So I was kind of like, I got to do it. This is definitely this is definitely like that holy grail that I never got to complete when I was a kid.
Yeah.
1981.
Yeah, 1981.
That was the year my parents got married.
Wow.
I wasn't even conceived yet.
Inconceivable.
Yeah. Like I said, I would like to be able to, if you could get it to the point where you could actually just maybe 3 times in my life be able to pull it up in the lion form.
Yeah.
And so I'm commissioning Agrippa to kind of give this a restoration job. But yeah, I was just, the whole day after we left the store, I was just like, hey, honey, want to go to get something to eat? Voltron? Want to go see the new King Kong movie? Voltron. Yeah.
And I was like, Chewie?
Chewie's
Look at the buddies. Yeah. There it is.
Yeah. Now you can put them back to back.
There it is.
It's a buddy cop movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be a movie I'd see.
Yeah.
Voltron's a serious one.
I can't cross his arms so much. You just look tough, though.
Actually, I was one of the cool things.
She was going to retire in a week.
One of the cool things with I got my toy Andy posed where I got
a week away from retirement.
I got 2 lion fists on the sword now from my Miami.
Well, I can get that Voltron on one knee.
That's the biggest sci-fi rap album.
I can make a diorama back with a whole bunch of
I checked out the
bricks and
some of these
spray
still
paint.
in box. They were getting like something like $500 for it. 500's, up to 1,000.
My friend, luckily I sold it to a friend. His name's Hakeem. So I know it's in good hands.
Hakeem, want to sell it back?
The only other time I ever heard that name Hakeem was in Coming to America.
So he's a big fan, so I know that it's in good hands and he'll take care of it. Cool. Otherwise, I'd feel even worse about it.
It's kind of like one of those things I felt like when I was Transformers collecting. When I got the original G1 Optimus Prime, I was like, okay, I can now collect Transformers toys. Because if you don't have this, you got no business collecting anything else. Oh, you're thinking about loosening up by pulling off the Black Lion arms? I was thinking about that myself.
There might be a button in there.
Yeah, that's what I was looking for.
On the shoulder?
A release button. But I just remember them
back?
popping in.
The thing that sucks is it is on the tail, which is kind of nerve-wracking.
Yeah, because over time plastic
Yes.
gets weaker.
And that's true. It's like, and it was painted, so you were having painted part into painted part.
Yeah.
All that stuff makes me nervous. I at least want to put that right arm on the right.
Yeah.
Thanks for pointing that out, AJ.
You're welcome.
The fucking Power Rangers.
I know
guy.
stuff.
The Power Rangers guy points that out. Yeah. Listen, to me, I don't need an original 1980 Millennium Falcon. I love my new one that I got. Like that, to me, that is a Millennium Falcon. I needed this. Like this was a need.
But if somebody actually gave you that Millennium Falcon, I'm sure you'd be happy.
Oh fuck yeah! But I don't sit there and be like, my collection's not complete. I need to get that Millennium Falcon. I love my Force Awakens one. It's just fine for that.
These separated as individual lions is pretty impressive too.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Which I did display my Playmates one like that because they have all the add-on weapons and stuff, which are all show accurate. But it's kind of nice picking up a toy and be like, God damn, that's heavy.
That's gonna be it for show and tell. Thanks for joining us.
We're gonna play with Voltron now. Have fun.
Shameless plugs. Who's got what going on when and where?
Well, Amplified Video Productions will be at Cherry Street Station this coming Saturday recording Vision Within. And before that, during the day, I got a phone call from Mr. Josh Moore from Fear the Masses. He wants me to play the villain in his music video.
Nice.
So I am very, very stoked.
That's awesome.
I'm in that video.
I know you are. He told me, but we had like an hour-long conversation. Apparently, I'm like the big like Fed in the movie. Like he was like, "You got a suit, right?" Of course, I got a suit. Like
If they need a bus driver, I have experience.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
But talk to Josh. Like they would join the event too. Like hit him up. But he called me. He was like, "I really want you in this video. I want you to be the main baddie in this movie." I'm like, "All right, like I'm down." And Edwin Escobar is doing the movie.
Cool.
So
What's
the
the date
video,
again?
huh?
What's the date again?
The Saturday, the 18th, from 11
Don't
to 2.
say where it is.
I have no idea where it is.
Okay, good.
So sorry, I don't know.
Good.
And then, like I said, later that night, it's Josh's birthday at Cherry Street Station. It's Fear the Masses, Vision Within, Falling Further, a few other bands, but I'm there to record for Vision Within, but of course I'm going to stay for Fear the Masses, so.
Cool.
Yep.
Kevin James Frear?
And I don't need help, so if you're listening, I don't need help. Thank you.
Yeah, right now I'm working on like 3 different projects. So
Anything you can
I don't
talk
really
about?
no, and I don't really want to plug anything.
Okay.
Because I'm busy.
No more work. You've got plenty.
Kevin James Frear, you're just too good.
Yeah.
It's
the position you want to be in.
I want to be Kevin James Frear good one day.
One day.
No, yeah, no. It's, hopefully, like in like a few weeks, I'll be able to talk about some of the stuff I'm working on.
Actually, Kevin and I tag teamed on a project together for Rubicon.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I guess I could talk about that, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. AJ and I have been working on a lyric video for Crescent Rubicon. Just gotta add in the lyrics.
Sweet.
Kevin
That's important for a lyric video.
Kevin took care of all the hard shit that I couldn't figure out, so I just shot all the footage and pieced it together. So.
What do we have going on? We got
Well, we're playing.
Long Island.
Yeah, we're playing Long Island, and we're playing
Plainfield
next weekend.
at Music Lady Cafe with the Kill Straggler and some other bands. Some other bands.
Nice. And then we are doing a lyric video. With
No, you're not. We are.
There you go.
We are starring in your.
We're starring in it. We're the stars. Still working on the documentary film with AJ. The more and more we talk about it, the bigger and bigger it seems like it's gonna keep getting.
Well, you already saw the first 10 minutes or so of it. What do you think of it?
Oh, it's pretty awesome.
Yeah. I'm really happy with it so far.
And Lisa, I'll send you more. I have those other pictures I can send you as well.
Yeah.
And we are currently writing for the next Crossing Rubicon album. We have a couple of we just did some rough pre-production stuff, and just to kind of ship out to the producer, who is going to be Nick Bellamore, Dexter's, and we also just to send out to our manager, just to kind of give an idea where we're at as far as what the sound is going to be.
So we're being productive.
Yeah, we're being productive.
Hashtag productive as fuck.
Yeah,
Thug. Yeah, that's it.
Sweet. Lady J.
Downtown 6 just had a photo shoot yesterday.
Ooh.
That was fun. Did our black and reds. So we're going to wait to see how those come out and then do another one in a couple weeks because outside was not working in our favor with the wind and the cold yesterday. So we did some inside shots in a library and just improvised. It was really fun though.
Who's doing the photography on that?
I don't know Michelle's official company name yet. I just met her yesterday. She was fabulous to work with.
Cool.
And has a lot of studio experience for 13 years before they downsized and she was let go from that position. So she's working through the state and whatnot right now and doing this on the side for a hobby.
Nice.
So that was really cool. So we'll see how that comes out. Getting Amplified Productions to come help us with a video so we can do some promo packages. So we're going to start recording the next couple weeks to get that going.
Hashtag productive as fuck.
And we're really looking forward to our first show, April 7th, which I will not announce because we got to work out the kinks at that show. So family and friends will be attending only, and then after that I will let loose everything.
I want to keep that private invitation.
Oh, yeah, private invitations only.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And Kevin James Frear is designing our logo, and the more we see, the more we completely fall in love with it. So
he's the logo guy.
Yeah.
Kevin James Frear, you're so good.
So talented.
That'll be my tagline. So good.
So
good. Basically, Cross the Rubicon owes Amplified and KJF a lot of money.
That's a fair assessment.
Get that tour bus going and then we'll talk.
I don't know.
April 1st, there should be only one place you should be going, and that's Cherry Street Station for Agrippa 93's annual bash.
And if you're single, you could possibly meet your new future girlfriend.
Absolutely.
There.
It's happened before.
Just put your goggles on the top of your head, give her a little smile, you'll be all set.
Are you any special guest singers on that
they
show?
They always fall for the goggles. Let's talk about who's on the bill first. We have Jessie May doing... We have Jessie May doing a cello performance to start off the night. There's Black Market Uterus that'll be playing. Within the Abyss. And, of course, closing the night is... Oh, no, I'm sorry. Before that is Sever the Drama, who will be premiering their video for The Horizon.
I was
What?
3 years younger when that video was recorded.
Remember that? Way back then?
I had another job.
So they will be premiering their video at Cherry Street on the Agrippa 93 TV. So that'll be pretty cool.
There better be some massive production for that video. Because
I've seen it.
It's
fucking great.
It should be like
it's
at
hilarious.
Star Wars level.
Well, I wouldn't go that far, but it's good. It's funny, and
I can't wait to see
I have
it.
a starring role in it.
Yes, you do.
All right.
What I don't even remember what I did in it.
I don't know.
We were moshing. That's all. We were in an open
We were in a pit.
field.
We had a pit.
Yeah, we had a pit right.
I
it
had
was
some
hot as
part.
fuck that day.
I
too.
handed Sam his bass or something.
Yeah,
something like that.
They were playing in front of their tour bus, and we just started moshing. That's all I remember. So.
By the way, Agrippa 93 is also playing that night, and we'll have some guest musicians, including some people in this room. Scotty will be there on stage. Kevin James Frear.
You can stop there. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
Really?
AJ Pelletier. And someone who will not be guest appearing is Jeanne, because she's the bassist for the band.
I mean, someone's got to be the bad guy.
Jeannie's the core.
She's part of the core four. Another thing is
Gotta get a ring to it.
it is $5 at the door, but if you wear your goggles, it's only $3 for you.
Oh.
So
Saving
there's a
money.
definite advantage to
Whoa.
have goggles.
I'll pay full price. It's your birthday.
Oh, thanks.
I'll
I
tip
appreciate that.
advantage, yeah.
It is my birthday night. Actually, it's my birthday eve. My
I'm
actual
not
birthday
paying.
is
I'm
on the
doing you a
2nd.
favor by going on stage. And
Oh.
Me.
Yeah, well, you guys. Okay, you guys.
Yeah,
are
what about special
honorary-
guest star? You're not understanding.
Honorary members. You guys don't have to pay if you're honorary members.
Technically, I'm
Although I'm kind of fucking myself if I say that, because like half the scene is.
Yeah,
honorary
don't
members.
do that. Just
Yeah.
say, I don't remember, you're privileged
Immediate
to come
family?
on stage, pay the fucking
Immediate
price.
family.
I mean, if you really want to get technical, this is the second year in a row I'm singing for somebody else.
Okay.
Are you doing the Brenda part?
No.
No,
I am.
Oh yeah, you
Jeannie's
are.
doing the Brenda part. Yeah, Brenda's going to be out of town that night, so
Okay.
I'll be playing the part of Brenda.
yeah, Jeannie's stepping up and doing some vocals, which is awesome. That's it for my plugging.
I can't wait for that show. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, absolutely. Can't wait to
Yeah.
get back on the stage again. It feels
I'm
like
just
it's
glad
been
to
forever.
be there this year.
Maybe amplified video production.
We had to,
Be there.
Ooh,
we had to do that whole honeymoon
the
thing last year.
all-star audience.
Fuck!
Yeah.
Yeah, you missed the
That's
love.
right. Yeah.
Because you were being busy in love.
Yeah, I remember.
Well,
Yeah, a year
honeymoon.
ago on the 25th, Jean Grey and Scott Summers got married.
All right, let's close this show out.
God damn it!
This is the Metal Syndicate website at metalsyndicate-ct.com for all other podcasts and the Metal Syndicate Podcast Network, including the Metal Syndicast, Thought Manicast, CT Metal Gear, the Paul Doll Podcast, and Alternative Control Audio. You can check us out on OFNR every Friday at 7 p.m. Also, please follow us on Facebook.com/The League of Extraordinary Frontmen, and also on Twitter at official LXF. Check us out on YouTube too. We got some videos up there, and we'll be having some more. Thanks for listening to the League of Extraordinary Frontmen. Please email all your questions, comments, arguments to the League of Extraordinary Frontmen at gmail.com. We'll read them right on the show.
It's so much more real than the Holocaust.
Oh my
That
god.
got dark.
Alright.
What?
That got dark really
What?
quick.
We of the League of Extraordinary Frontmen do not support the comments by
the Holocaust deniers.
Hey,
We do not support neo-Nazis.
Hey, you want some emails? I'll get you some fucking emails.
Ooh.
Damn, it got quiet in here real fast.
That wraps up episode 67. Thanks for listening. That's the show for the week.
Be careful, because shitting on fascism is probably considered to be anti-American nowadays.